Hello, everybody. I was waiting for a... It still didn't happen. There we go.
There it is.
There it is.
I was really waiting for it the entire time, and it didn't happen. I was
Nobody told me.
a little let down. I thought that was your one job, Zach. Your one job. We had determined that.
Me for doing it last week. You yelled at me repeatedly.
Repeatedly?
I don't know if it was repeatedly, but
I
there
don't know
was
about
definitely a single iteration of yelling.
It was a raised voice. It wasn't.
You were chastised.
I think I threatened to mute everyone for the first, 5 seconds of the stream. But clearly I did not do that. Tomato, other tomato. Clearly threatening. Anyways, welcome back, everybody, to Dungeons of the Mad Mage. This is session 14.
Jesus.
Yeah, right? We've been going for a while. And we're just gonna jump into things. So, as per normal, let's kick things off with a little bit of a recap. Previously, actually, hold up. I gotta drop my microphone here real quick. I'm way up in the air.
Level 5. That's amazing.
That's what? Yeah. Yeah. Guys are taking your time, but it's okay. It's fine.
You're taking your time, Jeremy.
Anyways,
level 7 in a year.
Recap. Previously on Dungeon of the Mad Mage, the party completed their mission to subdue the Shield Guardian owned by the dwarven mage Olcuria Stonemarrow. Olcuria, as reward, sold the party a staff of healing at greatly reduced price and then teleported them back home. The next morning, as frost covered the city, the party headed back into the depths of Undermountain. They first headed towards the hidden room previously marked by the Kinku skeleton, stilled themselves, and entered, with Matashtai using the drift globe to fill the room with daylight and attempt to flush out their hidden assailant. This proved successful, and the party found themselves facing off against a psychic gray ooze, battle that proved simple enough now that the enemy was revealed. After besting the ooze, the party investigated the Swagan statue and eventually found within it a black flame candle. Later, the party headed further into the dungeon, looking to explore new territory. South of the Grixnack watchpost, they found the map room, a room that had a 23-floor cross-section map carved on the western portion of its wall, and a pit in the center of it. Inside this pit was an emaciated man that the party promptly pulled up and rescued. Halethgark, cleric of Joaquin, beaten, bloodied, and left to die by his previous allies, the fine fellows of Daggerford. He was grateful for your assistance and seemed adamant about pursuing his previous compatriots. He was also dead.
Dun, dun.
Dead.
Okay. Pretty decent little start off. Okay, so
At this point, we know he did.
well, actually, so phrasing there. At this point, Matashtai knows he's dead.
Oh, okay.
Everyone else, right, knows that he is emaciated, has been hurt severely, and has been left in this pit for, I believe he said 7 days, right?
A few days.
But as he has
4 days than not.
been speaking to you all, right, and kind of becoming more impassioned, explaining his previous situation, right? That frog and dust kind of in his throat is beginning to clear. And each passing moment, he seems more resolved, more intense about pursuing his previous allies. And he has guided Bones to finding the secret passage in the wall to the south of this room, where apparently the rest of the dungeon continues. So, what would you guys like to do?
We like to continue on our adventure into the deeper, darker portions of the dungeon.
Okay. In the meantime, so there's still this map on the side of the wall that has the 3 buttons. I know, Ezrah, you were looking at that stuff prior. So I don't know if we want to just jump off from there. But also, there was something else. You guys had mentioned previously about wanting to outfit him.
Oh yeah, I got some gear probably.
Okay.
Let me see
I
what
got some bone short swords. I don't know if a fucking cleric of Joachim can use one of those, but I got some.
Okay.
I wouldn't be opposed to going back up that zigzag hallway real quick to see if there's still goblin remains and see if they have any gear on them that he could use.
I'll take it back. I don't got no gear for this man.
I got some
Don't we have
bone
another
daggers.
goblin cap that we have to deal with?
I have a quiver. No bow anymore.
Haleth will say that he was never much one for archery anyway.
That's good because I only have a quiver. Do you want some arrows? We can
He's
stab people with
he will
arrows.
say he's always been more about his fists or a good trusty mace or hammer.
Smashy, smashy.
I mean, I've got this, and I pull out a Manticure Humorous, but you got to promise not to break it.
He can he will look at you, right? And he looks at the humorous, and there's clearly
I
like
pull this big ass
Yeah.
thing just straight out of my.
there's clearly like this scenario of like I could use that in like across his face, but then he looks at you and he says, "I can't promise not to break it."
You want a short sword? I got short swords.
He kind of like will sigh and he'll say, "It's better than."
Now, you said you were a priest, but you don't have your focus anymore. I'm not familiar with your types of magics. What would it take to get you a new focus?
He as soon as you say that, right, his eye he stiffens, right, and his head jerks towards you, right, and his eyes literally flash crimson red. Like, no alliteration. Like, they literally go like crazy eyes. And he just says, "I need nothing. No new focus. I just need to find my old one."
Cool.
All right. Well,
Okay, cool, cool.
Let's get you your focus back. Now you may be eager to get there, but
Okay.
we're gonna have to be careful about how we do it. Make sure that we are ready for a fight when we find your own allies. All right.
He nods.
Think you can work with us on that?
I can be patient. Quiet
'Cause I think
when necessary. And he is he does have he is wearing armor, right? But it is cracked and soaked with his blood, right? It is leather armor though, so he doesn't give you the impression he's not the quintessential like cleric in super heavy armor that's going to be like banging around or anything like that.
yeah.
So he seems as though he probably isn't going to be the greatest at stealth, but can be quiet when he needs to.
All right.
Cool. I mean, so did we want to? You want me to run up there and check for goblin stuff, Ashes? I'll do it if you want me to.
Are you? I thought you were just gonna give him a short sword.
I mean, I was, but Ash just wanted to check stuff, so.
Oh no, it was just a suggestion. If we're square here, we can just go.
They had little clubs, didn't they? I forgot what they had. They had
I
little
can't remember
clubs
what
and
they
little
had.
swords. Little scimitar shitty.
Yeah, they had
scimitar?
like
I think
little
they were
scimitars. Yeah.
yeah. So they're probably not going to be with weapons he's proficient with.
I see. Okay, sure. I mean, can you use this little short sword effectively?
He nods. He'll say,
Whatever his name is?
"Yeah, Haleth." He will say,
Jareth?
I can. It's just not my
Okay.
preference."
Okay,
Well,
maybe
we'll see
we'll
if we can't find you something on the way. You
find
know,
something else.
He says this right, but he says this in kind of a distracted, uncaring way, like as if he's got way more important things on his mind. Right? He says, "We can keep an eye out. I'm sure something will turn up."
all right. Well, is anybody against moving on?
So just
Yeah.
for clarity, that
I'm
is a
ready.
yes. That you're giving him a short sword.
Yes, he can have a bone short sword.
Stabby.
Gotcha.
The stabby stuff.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Mark it off
Immediately
my
stabbed you in the
sheet.
throat.
Well, I would hope not, but if he's gonna do it,
I whap him with the healing staff and then I heal bones.
So you see him kind of like take the short sword in his hand, and he kind of like grips, like flexes his grip on the hilt, right? And he's kind of like muttering, and he seems kind of like in a daze. Like he's muttering to himself, but he's not muttering to himself in such a manner as to try to mask his words. He's muttering names and swearing vengeance against these names.
Blood
damn the oath.
feud.
And so the names are all names that you guys have heard at this point. There is a Rex, a Copper, and a Midna. Okay.
Those are the people, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So what can you tell us about Rex, Copper, and Midna? How do they fight? What do they do? Did he tell us this already?
He's willing to chat with you. Are you guys staying here, or are you doing any investigation on the map, or are you leaving? What's your plan?
I think wasn't Ezra investigating the map last time?
Yes, but so I'm basically asking, is there any continuation happening there? He had investigated the map and found out that the 3 icons were buttons.
Right.
The 3 icons are buttons. What happens when you press the buttons? Did we press them?
You have not pressed the
Ezra-
buttons.
Ezra knows better than to just press buttons.
Does he?
Matt
Yes.
walks over and pushes a button.
Which one?
Ezra steps away when he sees
The
this
one
intent.
closest to Ezra. No, so what are the 3 buttons again?
There's
There's
the
a flame skull, a comet, and a tower.
That represent the 3rd floor, 16th floor,
6th
and-
floor.
16th.
I pushed the 3rd one.
Oh, I thought it was the 6th
3rd floor one.
16th.
3rd floor one.
3rd floor. Okay, so that's the flaming skull. As you press this button, a kind of disembodied voice. Someone is typing up a storm. A sort of disembodied. Sorry, Clear. A sort of disembodied voice fills the room, and you all hear this. Gate access to Skullport is disabled.
Oh, the fucking.
Oh, so
the-
once you get to that gate, you can jump there quicker by pressing this. Interesting.
Interesting. Quick travel.
I like quick travel.
Quick travel's good.
Okay. All right. I see you.
Okay, hey, before we trounce off to the next floor, guys, and Hey, Jareth, I know you're ready to go. I'm ready to go too.
He scowls at you and he says, "It's Haleth."
Sorry, Haleth. God damn,
That
I'm
was
bad
quite
with
rude.
names. I'm good with bones, but I'm real bad with names. Anyway, so Haleth, I know you're ready
Yeah.
to go. Did we want to check out the mirror before we left? The floor?
Says, "What mirror?"
Just the mirror we found.
Oh yeah, there was a giant mirror, very intricate, and it felt
Real
very
ominous.
magical.
Did you come across that mirror, Haleth?
Did not.
Sweet.
Although we kind of headed by Rex's directions.
Okay, cool. You want to help me wrench this door open then, Ashes?
I can take a look at it and see how it works if that helps.
The door?
Yeah.
Yeah, take a look at it. Let's do it.
I mean, maybe there's something that's gonna make it easier for you.
Sounds good to me.
Roll
Not that I
investigation.
don't think Ashes can do it, because we all know he's pretty strong and hurts when he hits you. But
As a matter of fact, it does. Okay, so that's a 20. So you set about investigating this particular false wall on the southern section of the room. And it only takes you a few moments, Ezra, to realize that there's not terribly much going on with this. There is some sort of pressure gauge that once a certain amount of pressure is put on either extremity of the wall, whatever is resisting on the other side, whatever latch or mechanism, gives way, and it lets the whole thing swing open.
okay, I explained that to Ashes and step. Like 60 feet away.
What was it? There's a latch. All right, latch it.
No,
No,
there's no latch that
No,
we
it's
see.
just you just push it. You just push it, and it
I
eventually takes enough pressure, and then it just swings open.
Oh,
I will
wrench it open.
start pushing and wait for the point where it kind of releases, so I don't stumble forwards.
Sure. And it's not hard to gauge that point. Just kind of push, and then it gives way underneath. Oh God, no. And then it gives way before you, and a twisting passage is revealed in front of you. And I go ahead and flip on over to the Roll20 map. There we go.
There we
Alright.
are.
So, before you have pushed open this false wall, and it kind of swings, and it's got a little central column, so it doesn't like swing completely out of the way. It just kind of like rotates. So now it's lengthwise instead of widthwise. Okay, creating kind of like two little sections to walk past, and then you're in this tunnel. But you can see a tunnel that heads further south.
Did we check what's in that door over there?
This
What
one up
door?
here.
Yeah, that just goes to the zigzag.
Yeah,
hallway.
Bones investigated it. That leads up to the V hallway.
Oh, right.
That leads
All right.
back up to the Grick Snack Watch Post. So
All right.
was that a no on you guys? Don't want to go investigate the mirror?
I am indifferent.
It's up to you guys. You guys pick.
Have
where
we
you get-
learned
where you go
anything
in the
new
dungeon.
for the mirror? You're muted.
You're muted, Zach.
Half the time I press this button, it doesn't do a goddamn thing.
I don't know why you do it on there. Why don't you just make a hotkey?
How you do that?
No, I mean for Discord.
Oh, yeah, that tracks. Probably should. Anyway, I kind of just figured since nobody really cared, we could just catch it a little later before Revenge Pants gets out of hand.
All right, maybe we learn some more stuff later.
Is he referring to me?
I was out of character, asshole. I would not call this man Revenge Pants to his face after I've armed him.
Oh, well, that's good to
After I've
know.
armed him.
I'll keep that in mind.
Before I armed him, sure.
Oh, shit.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
Okay. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, I think we're gonna head down this hallway.
All right.
I
Head
also think we're
onwards
heading down
then.
this hallway.
Haleth
As we
will
walk, I'm gonna
follow
kinda
behind.
keep Haleth,
I
like
don't-
in my eyesight, so I can just follow him, just make sure he's not doing anything sketch here.
So he's not
Friends, I see a
stumbling.
giant black box. I don't see anything.
Ugh. Ooh. Which game are you in?
The one everyone else
He's in
is
the
in?
one. He's in this
He's
one.
in- I don't have everyone's things anymore, so. Okay, so you see giant black box. Let's take a look at your.
I mean, you guys
Should
can
be
drag
fine.
me around, but normally you get mad when I let you do that.
Oh, you should be fine.
Sorry. Annoying.
Let's check. Yeah, you might need to reload because I'm looking at your vision radius and it should be okay.
I'm reloading. I really hope this is not the case all night.
Give me
Really fucks with my popped out chat.
reload because just in case.
Yeah, it's still black. Oh, hold on. I see something now.
You're moving.
I'm moving him.
Oh.
I saw something briefly. Where did it go? Okay. There's a black hole.
Yep. Can you see the room though?
Oh my god, we're still on floor 1? I thought we had moved. Jesus.
No.
No. All right.
I thought that was the cause of the problem.
Nope. Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Matashtai is trying to keep Halethgark in vision. So he is not. He's not stumbling around, but his movements are jerky and stiff. Right. Letting you know.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ezra gestures after you to Zomboy.
He'll head onwards.
As what's his name is approaching, I'll whisper to Matt, did you want me to check ahead so you can watch him?
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Alright,
think
I'll
we
take
can-
off.
I think we can trust him, but you never know.
I'll just take off at double time. I think this is the door probably to the right. I don't really know. It's just this black line.
So you come to the end of a hall, right? And clearly something is up here. And it doesn't take you long to see that this right-hand side is much the same as the false wall that you just came through.
Oh, it's actually a false wall. I thought I just couldn't see the graphic in Roll20. Okay.
No, it
gotcha.
is straight up a false wall.
Alright, well. Go ahead, Ashes. I believe in you.
All right,
Okay.
I'll start pushing.
All right. Ashes. Again, there's not a great deal of resistance here. You just put enough pressure and then the door begins to swing open. Nope, I can't do it this time. I could, but I'd have to zoom the thing in. I'll check at that later. I can theoretically like spin them to where the line is still there, right? But so it spins, and you guys can see out into this great open room. And let's talk real quick about what is in this great open room. So immediately, right? You hear the sound of squabbling voices, like this great chatter, right? Not especially loud, but kind of this low din, as if you're upstairs in a common room. Or upstairs in a tavern, right above a common room, right? All right, so stream should be back up. I don't know what happened. Apparently my OBS crashed without me realizing it, but it's okay. So I was describing this dwarven king statue, right? So it's got this this circlet right upon its head, and then it's holding onto the end of a stone hammer, right, with its hands kind of like clasped like this over the pommel, or not the pommel, but the very tip of the base, right, and then the head of the hammer is resting beneath or in between his feet, right. It's kind of at an at ease position type scenario. And that is mostly it.
Did we decide
as far
to
as like what you can see
on the stream?
Say what?
Yeah, it's like all of your cameras are lower in the box.
Because
You
fucking
see cameras? I don't even see that. It still shows that it's not on for me.
Because Discord, as soon as I touch OBS, pops up
the-
my streamer mode enabled, and it puts this little fucking purple strip up that moves my
You can turn
cameras
that
just a
off,
tad.
Lar.
I
You
can,
can
I
turn that
know.
off.
But I actually do like knowing when streamer mode is on and off, because sometimes when I'm streaming, I don't realize that it's on or off.
You don't want to get doxxed?
I don't. Anyways,
What? It's a valid question.
thank you for the heads up. I appreciate it. So, this is what you see. What else would you guys like to do? I guess there's more that you can see slightly, Bones. You can see to the southeast, there is another set of tunnels. To the east, there is a set of tunnels. And to the northeast, there is a tunnel. And to the northeast, there is a tunnel.
Okay, and the squabbling sounds like it's coming from northeast. Can I
Northeast.
pinpoint which of these two tunnels? Okay.
Yeah, you can easily pinpoint which tunnel it is coming from. Coming from the
Okay.
northeast.
I'm gonna dash around. I'm gonna look back at Matt, and I know he's not there right now. I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna give him the signal that I'm about to dash across here, and I go
Okay,
dash.
so you go across, right?
Mhm.
Haleth is kind of gonna try to keep Ace kind of over behind Ashes. Okay, so as you close over here, Bones, the squabbling to the north is a little louder, right?
Mhm.
And you smell stench, right? You smell
Good stench.
it smells like what Grick Snack and what Warg's Eye smelled like, right?
Mhm.
It smells like a den of goblins. So it just smells horrid, like of filth, unwashed bodies, right? But there's another scent kind of laced in with that. Roll me a perception check. Okay. It smells like a forge, right? It smells like sulfur or brimstone or coal or something, right? It smells...
I don't think Bones would know what that smells like.
I'm actually very familiar with dwarves and dwarven culture, so fuck off.
Yeah, but you hate metal and metalworking, so fuck off.
Yeah, that's part of
all the more reason for him to know what it smells like. So he can avoid
I
it.
don't think that tracks, but alright.
I mean, it's as good as reason as liking the thing. You know? I know many people that are very knowledgeable about the things they hate because they hate them.
That's true. I know more about Donald Trump than I know about the last 3 presidents. Boy, it's true.
It's funny because it's true. Like that. I mean, for me as well.
Touche. All right. I take my victory. Thank you for proving my argument, Zach.
Argument has been won.
Welcome.
I'm gonna step back and to Haleth for a second. Hey, this is gonna seem like a really random question, but have you ever had to? How do you feel about lichens?
About what?
Oh,
Wares.
what?
You said
Lichens.
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 It's he seems confused for a moment, and then you clarify and says it's,
They will die.
my goddess has no particular care.
Good.
And neither
So-
do I.
Great. That's good to know. Listen, if we get into a fight and I end up looking a little different, general workflow for combat is to just make sure I have a little bit of space, all right?
Fine.
Or I'ma bite you.
No, I'm not gonna buy. Wow, a lichen revenant?
Mmm.
Are we assuming revenancy is transferred via bite? Is he a zombie?
No. I'm warning him that about.
He's assuming that he could turn the revenant into a lichen, not he
Oh.
becomes a
Yeah, that's
revenant.
tracks. I don't know why. I took it the other
Yeah. No. He's
So, yeah,
worried
yeah.
about spreading his shit, not contracting shit.
I'm just making sure that he knows that.
Sharing is caring.
That's
Yeah, like
I'm
with
gonna
AIDS.
keep a tally of the amount of wares that Jay makes throughout this game.
so far. It's been a big fat goose egg.
That's
All
what
right, I'm
he
gonna
thinks.
sweep north 1-2, and I'm gonna take a little. Oh, I see a little something. There's a little something, boys.
Dash over here.
Are
Okay.
you sending out a round?
I'm gonna
in
make
in
the,
moments, right? So Matashtai is dashing.
wait,
I don't actually.
You're fine. I mean, you can start moving over there.
I don't want to fuck his shit up by like.
No. You're not gonna fuck his shit up. But I think his shit may be fucked up because you've moved, obviously, Zach, but you have not moved for me. So where are you currently?
At the corner,
Oh, are you at the corner?
the
Okay.
bottom corner of the left.
All right.
or
So
rightmost path.
you are at the bottom corner, right? You close with this corner. You see things, right? Mac
Am I moving around for you?
as huh?
Am I moving around on your screen?
You are now. Sorry.
Okay.
I
I'll
think
move back.
I think you did previously, but I think I had a token on, or I had a signifier token for what this room was in the same space, but it was in a different layer. So I think I didn't realize that you had moved previously.
Oh, okay.
So Matt, as you step out here, right? And you go past the fungus at the base of the statue. Okay.
Oh shit! I'm gonna get
There
done in
is
by fungus.
suddenly, right, an ear-piercing screech, and you all kind of like reflexively hands up to ears, right, from the deafening sound of this shriek. And Matt and Ashes, specifically, you kind of both whip towards the source, and you see these elongated stalks of the fungus have kind of like opened mouths and are literally shrieking, and my Roll20 just freaking white screened me again. What is going on, fam? Alright, I gotta reload.
Alive?
Yeah, the fungus
Alright.
seems to be active. So,
I stomp on it.
well, uno momento. When we get back in, we're gonna have some stuff to do.
I commence the
Um,
stomping.
The technology is not wanting to work tonight. We do not have the technology. Happening. So, a couple things are going to happen right in this instance. All of this kind of happens at once. The shrieking of the mushrooms happens. Bones, you see a creature, right, revealed in the darkness around that corner, but it is clear to you in this moment that they know you're there, right?
Oh, it is, okay.
And they're at the ready and waiting for you. Okay? So I think what is likely to happen right now is as this shriek cuts through the air.
One mushroom?
Huh? Yeah, it's
There's
just
only-
it's the patch is just a single mushroom.
Okay.
So as this piercing wail cuts through the air, everyone select their tokens and roll for initiative.
Damn, it's an alarm shroom.
It is a shrieker. It is basically an alarm shroom. Yes.
Ruthless, dude.
Okay.
Well, Matt is very alarmed by this shroom. So
I
much
also
so
am
that he'll be
alarmed.
going
I don't
next.
know what the hell that is, but it kind of looks like the bottom half of a bugbear.
Okay. I need to change that for him real quick. All the toggles. Okay. And then we got a little shrieker. He's gonna go.
Who's Commander Root? Is that Brock?
No, that's not.
I see Commander Root in here like every week. What's up, dog?
What's up, dog?
Hey man, how's it going?
What's up, Commander Root?
Alright, what do we got? Bugbears. Gonna roll some initiative over here. Where's my initiative? Is it up here? It's not in here. Oh my goodness. Because I had to make a new freaking... Oh, that's gonna be a thing. Un momento. It's actually gonna... I'm sorry. I need like 2 minutes to go grab this from the other game because it's actually gonna save time if I do this rather than me trying to do this by hand. But I will, while this is happening, I will do each of these though. The effects of what I have lost. Previously, all of these sheets had the settings that I wanted on them. They no longer have those settings because they're all reset from having to remake the game. And
You shouldn't have added.
forgot about that
without reading the patch notes.
I forgot about that. Naysaying son of a bitch.
Who's playing tomorrow, Jacob?
Okay.
Tomorrow is Group B, so it's the Group of Life.
The Group of
That
Life.
means nothing to me. Is anyone that I actually like playing? Or is it all Chinese people?
FPX, J Team, Splice, and Gammy Sports.
So no.
It's a group
So
that
no.
ended with everyone being like 2-1 or 1-2.
Hmm.
Friday is Cloud9 though.
All right,
I'm not
let's
yelling.
add a macro real quick. Add a macro. Initiative.
As much as Sneaky's just fantastic cosplay is trying to win me over, I don't know that I can go with him. He's so annoying.
They'll
to
come back.
watch.
They didn't play Svenskeren much this week. I think they'll bring him out next week and he'll prove his LCS player split.
All right, fam. We got that all worked out. Let's do this thing. Okay. I got music. Yeah, I got music. Okay, so battle is starting off with so that piercing shriek comes out and immediately right? Bones, you see the what you identify, right, as the furry form of a bugbear lurking around the corner, and then from the other corner, you hear this "Rah!" and racing out from it is
Below? Oh,
a bugbear that is gonna just come dashing around, and he's gonna try to put a little bit of distance on himself so that he can so that his awaiting allies can close the distance as well. And then he kind of turns and he's gonna swing at you.
What?
Okie dokie. So swinging
Commence the
away,
whapping.
commencing the whapping. That's a whap.
All right,
It's a
20
whap.
will hit. I'll go ahead and uncanny dodge.
Okay.
Not a very big damage whap, though.
So you are whapped, but you see it coming, and you are able to kind of duck out of the way of the majority of the blow. Takes you in the shoulder, glances off, right, as you duck out from underneath it. Next up, we have Halaster, who, for a dead guy, reacts with surprising speed and comes rushing past you, Ashes, and immediately just kind of spins and strikes out at the shrieking mushrooms, right? So he's going to make an attack.
God
damn!
damn!
And he pretty much just cuts this swath of shrieking toadstools, just whoosh, and they all just kind of collapse in this puff of.
Match just over here
You actually
God
kind of
dang.
hear this wisp of air coming up out of the stalks, but then it just kind of dissipates as he one-shots the Shrieker, which is a
Jeremy has
huge feat.
rolled 4 times, and 2 of them have been crits.
It's gonna be a night, boys!
Mhm.
All right, Ashes, you're up. And the music just stops. I don't understand this stuff. Music stops again. Doesn't like that song. Let's pick a different song.
Dang gummit. All right. I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash to close in.
I'm on the wrong
Or not
thing.
bonus,
Ever
my
since I
action-
freaking rebooted.
action dash.
God, I'm all over the place tonight, guys. I apologize. Everything is breaking on me. It's one of those weeks.
Should have been
Just one of those days.
It's all about the he says bullshit.
Bullshit.
Nice job, guys.
It's really hard not to just go in.
I got your back, bro.
Ugh.
If I was just 5 feet closer, I could have actually attacked. And
You just stare at that man.
yeah, I'm gonna stare at that man. I'm gonna rip out my sword and stare at that man.
Grrr.
And in my turn.
Okay. You stare at the man. Who's up next?
Not me.
Oh, hi, that's me.
All right.
Where am I going?
How does that work? How do I hit refresh on this game and it refreshes me into the other game?
Do you have another tab open with that game?
I opened that game previously and then closed that game, and then when I hit refresh on this game, it refreshes into that game.
Well, it's fuckity.
What?
Because I have had it happen when I had 2 games open.
My life.
My life for ire.
that is where I was going, but
I'm gonna look at Bear of Bugs.
Bear of
and
Bugs.
Summon my dripping spectral hand with a 23 to hit.
That hits.
9 necrotic damage, and a spectral hand is imposing on him.
That is 9 necrotic damage, and that's gonna hurt. Gonna hurt a bunch. He is not gonna be happy about that.
Yeah, get fingered.
Okay.
Let's not make that a thing.
Let's make that a thing. Except Ezra will never say it. It will be.
That's,
It's everyone else in the party says it when Ezra does it. Yeah, get fingered.
And Ezra just blushes.
No. Sounds about right.
Hand's
Okay.
broken.
Who's up next?
Bones.
All right, Bones. Okay, so this guy took 9 damage, or was it 8 damage? 9 damage. 9 damage.
11.
Okay, Bones, you're up.
I'm gonna hold my ground, draw my whatever my thing is, double-bladed scimitar,
That's the thing.
boned scimitar.
I believe that is exactly the thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just take my advantage attacks.
Okay.
Yeah, that didn't work. Oh, that didn't work either. Good. I don't know. Maybe it worked. Probably not though.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, sir.
Those are some rough rolls, buddy.
Very
Yeah, those are not
oofles.
great. That's the worst I've ever rolled, actually.
Yep.
Oh, well.
There's 4 dice, none above 10.
Yeah, it's impressive.
That's
With a +7.
Yeah.
that's bad. Okay. So
And then I will, I'm gonna move over here
okay.
because and I'll let Ashes know there's more, or there's another one.
Okay. Gotcha. And indeed, there are more / another one. And out of the darkness come another 2. Both rounding the corner, both roaring, wielding these big clubs, or morning stars. But they both come out. They're both just going to close the distance. One's going to swing at Ashes.
Yeah, that hits.
And just clubs you right in the chest, Ashes. The other one's going to swing for Bones. Much better. And you are able to now, right, kind of on the defensive, you are able to easily dodge out of the way of this one's attack. Okay, Matashtai is now up.
Let me see where. So 5. So yeah, 40. Cool.
You are quick, sir. So
Wait,
quick.
okay, hold on. Where do I have to be to get advantage? I have to be
Right
here
there.
or here, right?
Right there.
Mhm.
Or I get advantage on both these guys. If
Oh
I-
yeah, that as well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna run up. Right her.
He's got him there diagonally.
I'm gonna go to just kind of whap this dude across the side of the head with Don Fakiri. Oh shit! Forgot to put advantage on, so I'll just roll that again.
Sure. Which one are you hitting?
The bottom one first.
Okay. Gotcha.
Is that the one that was already out here?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Middle one.
That's a new one. Okay. I am also then going to expend a key point to stun him while
Okay.
I ring his gong.
Gotcha.
Mm,
So go. You definitely hit. Roll your damage. All right. So that's 9 damage. He is hurt. Stab him in the back. Right. He doesn't like this. And then you try to stun the shit out of him, which he also doesn't like. But he can't do anything about it. So he is stunned.
Be gong run.
He is.
And then I'm gonna Superman punch the
He
middle
does
guy.
he does the kind of like, oh god, it's the big jailer guy from Three Musketeers when he gets like thrust back onto the the fucking spikes, he does the "Ah!" things, but he's just kind of like frozen in place. Yeah, because you just like stab. I don't know. You like stab him in his spine or something. It's really bad.
Pinch a nerve,
You
man.
know? Yeah.
I'm then gonna try and Superman punch the middle guy in the back of the head.
Okay. Sounds good. So. Oh shit. Yeah, definitely hits.
I am also going to.
That hurts.
Let me make sure I can do this. Yeah, I'm also gonna try and stun him.
Sure.
So DC 14 con save.
Con save, boom. He is also stuninated.
Wow.
He
And I'm gonna
is
move up.
stuninated and he looks really hurt.
So,
And
Okay.
then
getting all the-
on the top guy, I don't have advantage.
Good
But I'm just gonna
gracious.
swing at him with my bonus action attack,
How about it?
and I'm gonna try and roundhouse kick him in the back of the head.
Stuninate all of the people.
Systematically.
Holy
go-
shit!
I don't see what you got.
It's a nat 20.
Okay, nice. Very nice.
So that's
Okay.
12 damage, and I will attempt to stun him as well.
I swear. You get this
Awesome.
off.
Nat 20. Am I confused?
I think
Yeah,
roll 20
I
is
didn't
just
see
being
the
a
roll
little
either.
wonky.
It rolled the damage as crit, so I'll believe it.
Yeah.
I
I'll believe
I
I believe it
I don't
regardless.
see the roll, yeah.
But yeah.
I believe it 100%. I'm
Okay,
just saying, I
so
don't see it 'cause
you roundhouse kick the shit out of him, and I imagine like he's kind of like half turning at this point because you're systematically destroying his allies below him, or to the south of him, and he kind of like is turning, and you do the whole kick, and the face just, and we'll see if he's stunned. He is not stunned.
Damn!
He is
That man
not
helped
stunned. Oh, he's not stunned, but he is owified.
That's what
Okay,
I see.
very nice. All right, if that is the end of your turn,
Yes, it is. And then
Okay.
I just kind of drop back into a defensive stance with Tom McCary.
the Shrieker is dead. But at the top of the round, right? Because keep in mind, this is 6 seconds past the shrieking wail that is pierced out, right?
Uh-huh.
The murmuring, right? Becomes this fervored series of cries and screams and battle sounds, right? This let's get him!
Oh god.
And
I regret stepping on this side now.
Everybody remember these calls and stuff because we're going to need them
we're gonna do this
for the squad.
again. Oh god, I wish I had not forgotten this. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna do, and I'll do this in between what's going on. But we're gonna do these in groups.
Oh god. Oh no.
Good fucking lord. I regret being on this side now. Whatever. AC's 19. Let's do this.
Where's my? Oh, they're all at the bottom. I guess I could have. If I'm doing it this way, I could have just done it all in one. Guys, this is, by the way, this is probably what we're doing for the rest of the night. Just as a heads up.
Big
Sounds
fight, huh?
good.
You guys may or may not have found your way. Oh god, I might have overloaded the turn order.
That's many. That's
We
very
you done?
were
many.
looking for this place anyway.
That
Like-
is many.
Why can I not open the turn order now? Or the fucking whatchamacallit thing? I can't open the sorter for the turn order. Ugh. I
Oh, that's
swear,
gonna be a problem.
Bro.
everything is breaking
Ruh-roh
around
right.
me.
It's just
Everything.
not been a great night for
Okay,
streaming.
okay, hold up. Oh shit. Can I not even remove them? I can. Okay. I got this, guys. I got this. I might have accidentally just deleted one of you. Sorry. Okay. we'll do them in groups. We'll do it that way. So. One,
Where's the
2,
loneliest number?
and 3. We'll do that. I still can't open the... Okay. Okay, roll 20. I love ya. But come on.
Do you?
Not right now. No, I do not. Let me reload. So how you guys doing?
Man, I'm good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know what? I don't think I told you guys yet about Mitch and I playing the third installment of We Were Here,
That was fun.
and
Oh, yeah.
me and him alone solved the hardest
All of it.
puzzle that the developers could have come up with, all by ourselves with no other help whatsoever.
Oh,
Yep.
dear
Cool.
Lord
Definitely
Jesus.
was just the two of us.
I mean, it's just a 2-player game. There's no way to
Mhm.
play 3 people, so
We
there's
did
definitely
really
no one
well.
else.
Just the two of us.
Just
We
the
can
two
make
of
it
us.
if we try. Just
Thank
the
you.
2 of us.
I appreciate it.
No, so we did like it was a 2-day session of playing the game. Sorry, Jeremy, if you're done getting
No,
stuff ready.
you're fine. You
Okay.
do you.
But yeah, so it was a 2-day session of playing this puzzle game. Which, if you guys have not played We Were Here, or We Were Here Too, or We Were Here Together, you should play it. It's a lot of fun.
By the way, it's TOO, not TWO.
A
That is
lot of fun to play co-op with someone, especially if neither of you have played it before.
Oh, that's
'cause puzzles
mandatory.
get really hard. I guess not really hard, but like they make you think. And
They're
we got halfway through.
complicated.
We got halfway through the third game, and then we were playing the second half, and Jeremy was around, so we asked him if he wanted to kind of watch us play. So we both shared our screens while we were
They
playing. trying to
twisted
figure out
my arm.
these puzzles. And then he it was funny, he was trying to play Indivisible while we were doing this, and he just gave up.
That
He
lasted
got
like
too-
less than 5 minutes because I was like,
Yeah.
nah, y'all do that. I'll just sit and chat and I'll play Indivisible. And they got into like, they started talking for like 30 seconds about the first puzzle they were doing. And I was like, okay, wait, what's going on?
So how do we solve the
Yeah.
puzzle?
Okay.
And that was the hardest puzzle. That motherfucker,
Oh god.
I had the worst time with that one.
Yeah. It was a
But we
doozy.
never had to look up a solution.
Yep, we never looked up a solution.
All 3 games, we never looked up a solution.
We cheesed a little bit because we shared our screens, but
Yep. I don't feel bad. Some of the shit, it was all that sharing screens did was just save time.
yeah, rather than
Because-
literally describing every single thing you see in a room.
Especially in that one room where you have to match everything.
Oh my god, that would have been awful.
Yeah, it was
Would've
like,
been there
oh,
for
how long would it take him before we realized that we were in a copy of a room? Like, just
Forever.
I said it again though, right? Only because I was looking at both of your screens at the same time. I said it like immediately, and someone like backtalked me on it. Someone was like,
What
"No,
do you mean?
it's a different,
Definitely
different
Jay.
Was not me, it was
layout or
definitely
some
him.
shit like that." I
I
was like,
remember.
"Motherfucker!"
I have a recording. I will play
You
it
do
back.
have a recording.
Mm.
All right.
I'm gonna need a receipt for that.
I think I am I'm ready to go. So, we can or continue this conversation, or we can wind it up. What would you guys prefer? I'll leave it up to you.
It up.
Huh? What? Finish up this conversation. Continue.
Lord,
Continue
we're
with the story.
We're done. We're
Okay.
done. I'm
Yeah,
definitely
that's
gonna
fine.
find that video and prove Jay wrong.
Prove
but
Jay wrong. That's
carry
fine.
on.
Okay.
Oh, are you?
All right. Carry on. Carry on. Okay. So this
Until you do.
this boyo is stunned, so he's not gonna do anything. Haleth Gark is up, and he's gonna rush in, and he's gonna start laying about him with this little short sword that he has been given. So he's gonna cut the guy in front of you, Matt.
That's advantage 'cause he's stunned, right?
It is. He cuts his head off.
Okay.
Whew! Shit! Fucking Haleth is a god.
He dies
The
horribly.
motherfucking revenant up in here.
So immediately, right? I'm gonna say this.
Bears can't kill this.
All the people around him, right? He is not in battle. He is not moving with the kind of slow gait, the hitch in his step, right? He is moving and striking with an intense ferocity, and you see Ashes. You'd seen his eyes flash red earlier. There's a kind of deep burning glow in his eyes right now. So to reiterate, his strikes are unnaturally strong. So he decapitates that bugbear, and then he will swing on the southern one. He has advantage. That one lives, survives the blow, but is incredibly hurt. And that's Hal's turn. Ashes, you're up.
Well, I think the one that is stunned and halfway dead is going to be handled pretty soon. So I'm
Easily enough.
going. Yeah, easy enough. He's not gonna. I'm gonna go for the one that's actually possibly still a threat, and just gonna start hacking at him with my sword.
Sounds good. Okie dokie. That's definitely a hit. Yeah. So you step away from Haleth into that flanking position, and he had just gotten the shit kicked out of him by Matashtai, so he's kind of reeling. He's not stunned, but he's reeling, and you take advantage of this moment and just lay into him. Definitely a hit. Slices him open, and now he is bloody, but he's still alive.
Okay, then I'll continue with the second strike.
I can't see the second strike. If you can see it, just tell me what it is.
It's a 23 to hit, 6 to damage.
23 definitely hits. 6 damage.
6 damage.
You kill this man. He dies.
This man is dead.
You kill this man.
Now, do I hear enemies coming from like the north?
You hear this great cry, this cacophonous series of shouts ring out from the north, as if a whole warren of goblins has been alarmed.
I'm going to position myself here, and for my free action, I'm going to stow my sword.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Just gonna take
group.
the whole fucking block. Yeah. This group 3 comes Colin. And they can't really see what's going on, so they're just gonna dash. At which point, yeah, you can kind of see them come just swarming out of the shadows, like little banged up, rusted scimitars, short bows in hand, right? Just literally flooding out of this tunnel in your direction. Ezra, you're up.
Which tunnel? This one?
The northern one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all coming. All that noise is coming from the north.
All right, turn into the Lycan and stop the gap.
That's the idea.
He is our stop.
I wanted to make sure I turned before I stuck my nose in the hallway, though, because I want that half damage.
Yeah. All right.
There's a lot.
Ezra, what do you want to do?
There's a lot.
Alright, Ezra's just gonna go ahead and finger that boy.
Finger him.
No.
Finger him
Oh,
good.
oh, a 13 is not good enough. Oh, a 17 is. He's stunned. I forget. Sorry. my
Yeah,
bad.
he's stunned.
He's stunned.
Another
Okay.
9 damage.
I don't know how I feel about this.
He's a
anymore.
dead boy.
You started it.
The
Killed him to death.
no,
Yeah,
okay. Fingered. I
Hey,
could accept.
hey,
I
if
could
we're
accept
gonna
that.
We're gonna do finger. We're not
occasionally.
gonna half-ass it.
I can't
Full
accept
ass.
diddling. That's that has a connotation that crosses a line.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does a fingering not have a condensation?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
condensation
fingering has
as well.
it has a condensation, my friends. Oh, goodness gracious.
Holy Jay.
All right, anything else for
That
your
was
turn,
an
Ezra?
accidental
No,
double
no.
entendre.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so these guys are a little more. So I'll have to do them individually. He's not going to be able to make it down there. Okay, so he will have to dash if he wants to do anything. So that's fine. Doo-doo.
How many potions did I buy? Okay, I can make this work.
Can you?
I don't know. I'm just saying that because it makes me feel better, Jeremy. Could you just not?
I could not. Bones, you're up.
Goblins,
But yeah,
it'll be
you
fine.
see even more of them swarming from above.
Oh yeah. Like I'll turn around and shout. There's like 15
Oh, that's it?
that I can see.
Bones, what would you like to do? Oh, he's talking. Zach, you want to take your turn, or are you occupado?
He's talking to Sai.
That's
so.
fine. Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to see if
That means
he's
it's
good.
probably going to be a minute or two.
Okay, that's fine. So we will hold Bones' turn in kind of limbo for a moment, and we'll pop on over to the next set of goblins. And the next set of goblins...
God, there's so many goblins.
It's so many, dude.
The next set of goblins has enough speed to start swarming out, and they see you, Ashes, and they immediately start to swarm around you. Oh, okay, hold up. If Bones is moving there, then that's not gonna happen. Okay, so Bones, let's see if he says anything in Discord.
It looks like his headset's
He's
doing
done.
something funny.
He's coming back.
Hello?
Hey, you
headset
didn't have to stop your conversation. But if you want to, you can take your turn.
Oh, his headset's dead.
Ah, gotcha.
You have to wait.
Heyo. You didn't have to end your conversation for us. Oh,
It's still not working.
oh.
We
Testing.
hear you.
Testing.
Hey, dude, it's the night of technical difficulties. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Goodness
I can
gracious.
hear you again.
Hey.
Okay, so bonus action dash, move up there, and I'm gonna whap him. At
Okay.
Normal with the whapping.
Okay.
Alright, he's been whapped.
He has been whapped, and he is dead. You slice that boy from stem to stern.
Cool. And then I'm going to use the rest of my 20 feet of movement to go 5, 10, 15. Is Ashes hulked out?
No,
Not
he's not
yet,
hulked out.
But it's happening.
Not yet, but
Okay, 20. Well,
Okay.
You
That's
walk into
the
the middle of
plan.
them before you hulk out.
Okay, gotcha.
if
All
he
right,
makes it
so
that far.
now going to the goblin's turns. You're gonna do pretty much a very similar thing, but they won't be able to kind of. They'll start to swarm around you like this, basically. So we'll do this. He'll come down here.
60 feet, man. Tell you
Someone
what,
comes
I'm just
down
gonna trust the
there.
party with the trickle goblins, and I'm still gonna try to plug the main line.
Oh
This
shit!
one will come down here.
Trust me.
They coming. Oh lord, they coming.
Oh Lord, they coming.
Come down here. You guys, so the others were technically this is still a watch post, but this one has bodies to fill the post, unlike the others. Okay,
Well, I can't clog it no more.
so the veritable flood comes forward, right?
Wait,
These
okay,
bugbears.
So is that guy not attacking me?
None of them are
Any
attacking.
action
Yeah,
dash.
they're all
Okay, well, I'm
dashing.
gonna-
Yeah, they're all rushing in.
I thought goblins could bonus action dash.
No,
anyway.
they can't. They can't bonus action dash. They can bonus action disengage.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to use my reaction to move 15 feet away from this guy since he ended his turn next to me.
Okay, cool.
Because I'm a skirmisher.
Yeah, dope.
5, 10, 15.
Awesome. That's a really cool effect, actually. Very nice positioning move. All right, cool. So Bugbear 2 is dead. Bugbear 3 is dead. Matashtai, you're up.
Really would have been cool if I didn't take 14 damage before this.
Okay.
Super cool.
I'm gonna run up here, and as I do so, I'm gonna try and just kind of lop this goblin's head off as I run by.
Have at it. Ooh, okay, you definitely hit.
13 damage.
You lop that goblin's head off as you run by.
After lopping the head off, I flick the blood off of Tamakiri and put it on my back,
Okay,
and stowing the weapon.
okay.
I then run over here, within range of ashes.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to fix that.
And I'm gonna punch this man next to him.
Punch him. Punch the
Just
fuck
fucking
out of him.
Deck him right in the jaw.
Sure.
Just jaw decked.
It didn't roll your attack for me. It just rolled your
17 and
damage.
7 damage.
You definitely hit, and 7 damage is enough to lay this goblin out. Awesome. Fantastic. Anything else?
How much movement did I use real quick? Hold on. So I used 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. I have 10 more.
Ooh.
Yeah,
This will
do it. I'm gonna actually step in here. And I'm gonna try and use my bonus action to smash that man. 5 damage.
You hit, but you are not able to end this goblin's life. You do, like, I don't know, break 5 ribs though.
Oh, that's it.
He's frail. They're goblins. Yes. But he's still alive. He can stab you next turn, hopefully. Anything
man.
else?
No.
Okay.
That is the end of my turn.
Gotcha. At the top of the round, right, the goblins are chattering and screeching and yelling random war cries, but more often than not, you guys are hearing kind of this same battle cry, right, from them. You're hearing, McDowell! McDowell der Bachnogen! McDowell der
McDonald's, I love the McChicken!
McRib is back.
Dude.
Ashes, they are screaming McDowell means kill them. And they are screaming McDowell der Bachnogen, McDowell der Kungjung, which means kill them for Bachnogen, kill them for Kungjung. And then the earth, the ground, the floor beneath you rumbles. And you hear what sounds like massive footfalls in the distance. and the goblins that aren't immediately engaged in melee raise their hands and begin to cheer. Mecca!
Alright, time to in the field. Time for, a fireball.
Okay. Uno momento. I'm gonna actually do a quick thing real fast so that this can be kept a little bit more of a surprise. Okay. Well, I forgot that it wasn't on Whisper, so not a surprise anymore. So, if that is the case, I'll just leave them on the token layer.
At this point, it don't matter.
It works for me. Fine. Okay. All right. After this kind of like battle cry goes out and there's a little bit more of a lull, right, as combat kind of resumes, there's this loud crack. And Matashtai, your gaze is drawn back from whence you came to that most hated of foes.
Until he's whole once again.
As out from the middle bugbear
Damn
comes a little brain puppy.
It wants to eat the
Brain
Revenant,
puppy.
right?
Oh shit.
I feel like it definitely wants to go
Oh,
after.
God, could you imagine the Revenant losing?
Yeah, you guys don't want it to go after the Revenant.
Yeah, that's real bad.
I don't want it to go after me.
Would you rather?
It
Let's
is
see,
though.
Would you rather have go after Revenant and have a Revenant come crit your ass, or
It is
I
going
have
to
8
go.
intelligence. It's very likely that I fail.
It is going to go after the nearest hostile target, which is Halaster at this current
I'm just
point
saying
in
that
time.
dead bugbear looks pretty hostile. He might not be alive.
So-
but he's like, "Arr."
There's a
die
DC
just, like,
12
growling.
intelligence saving throw for Halaster.
Here comes that nat 1, baby.
I believe.
Haha.
He is
Yeah,
an
look at that.
unkillable
Look at
god
that.
king.
He's fucking amazing.
All right.
He was born to rule man.
He is a god king.
Jeremy initiated his auto succeed function.
Absolutely. So failing to do anything overly effective, the intellect devour will then scamper off into the darkness and around a corner.
Does it not have to be in melee to do that?
Nope.
Oh.
It is a
Piece of shit.
small range attack. So
We call that short range.
that is the intellect devour, which I guess I will go ahead and roll to put him on the thing. He has he has the bugbear's initiative, but 22. All right, Halaster will go.
He didn't take it. Oh, he wasn't.
Nah, he didn't. He resisted. This one is this is one of. God damn, Zach, my son. Thank you.
I'm just trying to live my life.
You try so
Hold on,
hard.
hold on. I want to try to live my life real quick.
1 second, I'm gonna live my life real quick.
Thanks. I feel like I'm there with you guys now. It's like really it's up to my camaraderie.
All right, Haleth will. He's just gonna close. He's gonna run into melee. He's gonna try to chop some goblins. So he's gonna roll an attack against this goblin. That is actually a miss. But he will attack again.
Inconceivable.
And that is a miss, and so he finishes off this goblin that you had hurt,
Inconceivable.
Matashtai. So you see, right, like in this moment, Haleth is really just like charging the nearest hostile thing and just wailing on it. He doesn't seem to have much. One, his eyes are beginning to glow more and more red, right?
Uh-oh.
And he doesn't seem to have any like tactical awareness. He's just running at
Look, you
things
can't tell
and
me
fighting.
straight up murdering everything in front of him isn't tactically sound.
Well, that is tactically sound for many people. But he doesn't seem to. He doesn't seem to be.
Modus operandi. Like,
He doesn't seem to have self-preservation in mind. He doesn't seem to be like trying to get into flanking positions. He doesn't seem to be like he could.
Because you don't need it.
Well, like even in this moment, right? He could move further, but after he just kind of like stops when he's done attacking. He just kind of like
recalculate.
He just kind of like pauses, right? As like his rage is just kind of like, yeah, sure, taking over. Okay, so
Are you sure he's not the 200?
That is the end of his turn, and then you guys are gonna hear this.
Well, that don't sound good.
Comes marching down. I think actually.
When the saints go marching in.
Nope. Okay, so yeah, it's 60. Another 20. Alright. So you hear this. Gong! 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 Gong!
Con!
Ashes, you're up.
Gone!
What do you want to do, Jay?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to quaff, assuming we're still doing that.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. For 7.
Potion. Yeah, I think not allowing you guys the bonus action, the homebrew bonus action healing potion scenario is just asking for you guys to end up super dead.
Okay.
Super duper dead.
And I will use my action to
or taking 30
hybrid
years to do
transformation.
anything. Yes.
The transformation.
Commence the transformaciones.
So, here's the thing. Now that I am hulked out, right?
Yeah.
Do I have to attack to be able to use my bonus action to also attack, or can I?
Yes.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
no,
I
bonus
believe
action
so.
Heal, so never mind. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So that is
I think we
in turn.
actually I don't know.
If
I
I
think
didn't heal, I probably could do that. Maybe.
well, so I think we looked at it previously, and most things that have something along those lines, like say like a after making a melee attack, you may
that might be it.
But so check the language again, and if it says that,
Will do,
then
will do.
no. If it doesn't say that, then yeah, you theoretically can.
That'll be in turn.
Okay, cool. So you heal up, and then get a little bit of buffness, and then Ezra's up. Ezra, what do you want to do?
Seeing this swarm of
Yeah, you're right, Jeremy.
festering entities,
Festering.
Fester.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Get fested.
Patterning the hypnotics.
Oh man,
Alright.
that's gonna be a few.
Where are you putting that bad boy? Okay. Gotcha. So you throw it down the tunnel, attempting to capture as many individuals as possible.
that's the plan.
Okie dokie.
DC 15 Wisdom saving.
1. Why are they on fucking toggle? Whisper. Go. So that is, I'm gonna ignore it because it was whispered. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You only got 5.
Cool.
But the first 3, and I'll just fucking say they're the closest 3 to you, cause whatever. We're gonna give them all a, what are they? They're sleepy, right? Again, we don't have ziz.
Incapacitated.
They'll be purple. Purple is the color of incapacitation.
Incapacitation.
Okay. All right. Anything else for your turn? Good sir.
Since I cast a spell, I am going to invoke tempestuous magic.
Very nice. The storm begins to gather and cling. The wind rushes beneath you.
Shift right there.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Goblin Force 3. Hey, Goblin Force.
Use tempestuous magic first.
Goblin Force 3. And see a little bit of what's going on. And they can see the works are kind of getting gummied up. But they also know something. They know that Kung Jung is on his way. So,
I have to protect Kunlun.
they, the ones that can, are going to dash forward, and get the fuck out of the way, because they
You're
are.
like, oh shit! I don't want to get stepped on.
They do not want to get stepped on, so they're gonna rush on down here. Rushing on down here.
I did a bad job of clogging it.
Rushing on down here.
Yeah, you didn't clog at all.
At all. 0 cloggage.
Okay, so these guys can't make it down, so they're just gonna come in range to fire bows, and I swear I'm not making this shit up. The only target that they really can see is Halaster, and he is in front of many of their brethren. So he is going to have half cover, and it's goblins, so we'll see what happens. So there's 3 short bows against Talith with half cover. 1, 2, 3. The 15, maybe, but probably not. Actually, yes. Even with half cover, the 15 just barely hits. So 1 arrow takes Haleth, and then the 20 definitely hits. Another arrow takes him. He doesn't even seem to notice that he has 2 arrows sticking out of his chest now. Does not register at all. All right, Goblin Group 2. Okay, so now most of Goblin Group 2 is either dead or incapacitated now by the wonderful hypnotic pattern that went off. So this group is going to, oh, not that guy. This group is going to come down, and they can't quite fit out without triggering attacks of opportunity and things, so they are going to just come down and close the distance. Now, they will prefer other targets that don't seem swarmed, because that gets them a little bit better of a vantage, so they are gonna fire... He can't. He's gonna fire at Halath again. This will be with half cover. That's a miss, and then one's gonna fire at Matashtai. Matashtai will have half cover. That's a 9, so that's a complete whiff too. Okay, so Bones is up next.
Okay, well there's 800,000 people.
There are so many fucking goblins swarming out of this tunnel, and the bodies are piling up quickly.
Alright, well I guess I'll do the slashing. Oh, no I won't. I'll try again. Probably hit.
9 definitely misses. 17 definitely hits.
Alright, well, fucking be snake attacked.
He's dead.
good.
Yeah, stab him in his eye, and he squeals, and then he dies.
Cool. Whatever.
Okay, are you done?
Yeah, that's what I can do.
All right, sounds good. Goblin Group 1, who has mostly been slaughtered already. There are a few of them. This one will step down here, kind of in his brethren's range. Ashes, roll an intimidation check for me. Okay. Meow. Yeah, they are. The goblins are not afraid of you, and they continue to try and swarm and attack you. So, Goblin 1, 2, and 3 at. Actually, so what we'll do here is yeah. Okay, so Goblin 1, 2, and 3 are going to attack Ashes. 1, 2, and 3.
1 and 3 hits.
So that's 5 slashing damage and then 7 slashing damage. Both are mitigated by half. So,
Right, so that's 3.
So the first one is 2 and the second one is 3. So it's 5 total. Which is actually funny because it's less damage than you would take if the totals were added together and then half. Yay. Okay, so you take a little bit of damage. Right there, they're weak, right? Their blades are not well kept. They're rusty, they're bent, right? They're pockmarked and chipped. So even the cuts that come through aren't able to pierce your hide as well as they should, right? But then they do the goblin thing. And they disengage. And they start scurrying the fuck everywhere. So this one goes blitzing off this direction. This one comes down here and basically rushes at Ezrah. This one rushes past you and then runs over to Bones and sits next to Bones. And you realize that this idea of stemming the tide might have been hopeless from the beginning because you're dealing with goblins, and goblins are squirrely little fucks that just run wherever the hell they want. So, here we go. Then you hear, right? Previously, you'd heard that crash, right? This, and then you heard the gong, jung. You hear that same crash, that the heavy footfalls, and then you hear this, "Shut up, Kung Jung! You're dumb!"
Fucking
No, you!
Do we
Wait, is that
hear where
a
those
goblin or is
voices
that a
are coming
goblin?
from, Jeremy?
They're coming from the north, past the goblins. Yep. And as the second voice cries out, right? The goblins that are still kind of like in the tunnel, you all see them look back in kind of like fear, and then look forward, and you can tell there's this like
Oh shit!
fight or flight like thing going on right now, and they're definitely leaning more towards the get the fuck out of the way. So, Matashtai, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna reach over to my other shoulder and pull out the Staff of Healing.
Okay.
Twirl it around, and I'm gonna walk up and brass staff this dude upside the head.
Brass staff him.
Which one?
Yeah, that's a good question.
The bottom one. I see
Aw.
Ezra.
Leave Ezra to fend for himself. He's fine.
No. As you see, like, electricity starting to spark off of his fingers and panic.
He's just a goblin.
Oh shit! I forgot to make a Staff of Healing.
I get the one chance to like goblin skewer
Oh,
Ezra
you're gonna get
again.
more than one chance this fight, I have a feeling.
I don't know about that, man. These goblins are dropping like flies. You guys are pretty stacked at this point.
Yeah,
I need
we've
to drop
we've
faster,
cleared
Jeremy.
literally like
Hey. I don't know. Take fireball. Well, Be whapped.
Whap him upside the head.
He is
Baby
whapped.
damage.
Yeah, you give him this like solid knock, but it doesn't have that like life-threatening countenance to it, so he's still up.
All right. Then going
Feeling is
to
two-handed.
what's that?
Oh,
I
it's
can either use it
quarterstaff,
one-handed
yeah.
or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like both.
And then fine. Then I'm just gonna boot him in the back of the head.
How about it?
Boot to the head.
You would have advantage, by the way, on these attacks.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Wow, he's fucking dead.
He's dead. You crushed the boy. All right. So second attack finishes him off. What else do you want to do?
And then after booting that man, I'm gonna drop an elbow on the one next to Bones.
Got it. Have at it.
That one has advantage, doesn't it?
Yep.
7 damage.
Okay. Definitely hits. Crushes this one into paste. It's just like they're so frail that as soon as you hit them, like bones snap, organs burst, spleens rupture. I don't know. Like
Rip and tear.
yeah, they just go down. They're goblins, and they shriek and scream and flail as you do so. You're just cutting a swath through them. Anything else?
I then turn my attention back towards the tide of goblins charging in.
They are coming. All right.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, lordy coming.
In that moment, out of the darkness comes the little brain doggy again, and he looks around for a tasty treat.
A tasty gobbo treat.
And he rushes forward and he sees 2 tasty morsels.
2 tasty live goblins.
That's true. That's true.
I want Matashtai and Ezrah to both roll me just straight charisma.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm. Very charismatic.
Like it's my class.
Still a good roll, though.
Fuck
All right.
you.
Matashtai, roll.
He looks more intriguing. Eat him.
That's the bad thing. He wants less intriguing.
I also am both charismatic and intelligent.
Yeah,
So
that's why I was saying he wants the less intriguing person.
you look dumb.
All right. I need a DC 12 intelligence saving throw from Matashtai.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Yes!
Yeah! The tide of battle is not irrevocably swept away from you all.
Sweet
You are
Lord,
not.
baby Jesus.
You are not submitted to the wrath of the bullshit intellect devourer. This little brain puppy goes hungry
Wait, hold up.
yet again.
Like, just so I know, moving forward, is there anything distinguishing the bugbears that have these motherfuckers in their heads?
So I will say this: roll me an insight
We've
check real
seen
quick.
a lot.
Roll me an insight, Matashtai. Because you're the one who's having this thought. You're the one who actually is trying to put the pieces together and think about it.
Fucking 10. God damn it.
Here's the only thing that 10 is still passing an easy DC. You're not gonna get everything that you could out of this, but you will get this. And it may or may not be super helpful, but in all of the instances where the intellect devourers have been present, the individuals that they were present in seem to be aware of your presence before you were aware of theirs. So you have never caught any of these things that have an intellect devourer in them by surprise. Right? They have always been the ones waiting on the other side of the door, the ones knowing you were coming. Right?
So it popped out of the one that was the first one to charge this time.
It seemed like it. Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, they're.
Okay.
Huh.
It seems like they are more aware of their surroundings than
it almost feels like they're puppeteering them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, that's what you get with the 10. All right, the brain doggy gets nothing out of that, and he went... Let me check real quick. He went here, here, here. So he will...
Oh, I hope you didn't get far
he
enough
will-
to fucking
he
run.
will
Oh,
move-
I'm gonna
he
murder
will
that
move
brain.
5 feet...
I look at Ezra and I say,
sorry. He will move. He
Oh,
will
okay.
move. He has 40 movement speed, so he almost makes it back around the corner, but not quite. But he starts to. It realizes that it didn't. It went fishing, didn't catch anything, so it starts to scamper back into the safety of the darkness. So
Imagine it's like a mimic in Prey. Whenever ones get found down, it's just like, oh god,
scampers around.
yeah, right.
get the fuck out.
All right, Halithgark, he's just gonna turn on these goblins and start slashing from bottom to top. So bottom goblin dead.
It worked.
Middle goblin actually doesn't get him. This goblin is able to like duck underneath his blow. So he gets 1 of 2. Decent enough. And then it is Gong Jong. That's not nice, spark knocking. Doof, doof, doof.
Oh,
Oh, fuck,
And-
he can move. That boy can move!
Yeah, they are. Well, they are dashing, right? But yeah.
Okay.
So you can see them coming down. Ashes. You see in full like glory. You see this massive, this 2-headed giant ogre man, right? And he's got these great big beards, and he's got this forge apron over his chest, and in its hand, right, in either hand, in one hand is this huge Morning Star Maul looking thing, and the other hand is this actually kind of like oversized battle axe. And the two heads, like, it kind of comes running down, right? It hits the back of the goblins, and he goes, "Move, stupid goblins! I see food!" And it's looking at you.
Goblins food.
Okay. Ashes, you're up.
I yell out, why not appetizers? You can have some appetizers on the way.
pretty
You get the
sure-
distinct impression that any goblin that doesn't move out of the way is probably going to be an appetizer.
All right, Ashes is going to step over here. He's going to
Shit himself.
he's going to attack Gobbo.
Oh, I want to get one of these into melee with you so bad, Jake. So it's not gonna happen unless everyone else dies and they chase your ass
One of the
down.
Ettins?
Yeah, I want
that's
to get
not
one of
gonna
the
happen.
Ettins
That's not
in
gonna
melee
happen.
with you. So bad, so bad.
Tempestuous magic is gonna keep me safe.
Oh.
24 to hit, 9 to damage.
Yeah, you totally hit. This guy?
Yep, that guy.
Okay, yeah, he is dead.
A rock eats its way down the hallway.
Easily kill him.
All right, I'm gonna spend 5 more movements. Step up here.
Okay,
Let's try to take care of this guy.
gotcha. 19 definitely hits.
And another 9.
Definitely dead. All
Okay.
right.
I'm then gonna move over, step up, look at the guy, and go. And I'm gonna drink another potion.
Okay, sure. Oh,
That is
shit.
Terrible potion roll.
All right,
It could not have been worse.
that's the end of
Come
your
on,
turn.
boy.
Ezra, you're up.
Oh boy.
Thankfully, the goblin that closed with you has been slain. What would
Thanks,
you like
Matt.
to do?
And then my eyes trace on the
Finger
mobile brain, and I'm going
Murder it.
to
Murder, murder, murder.
fail horribly.
Yeah, you do not finger this brain.
Fuck boys. Can't say I didn't try.
No brain poking this time. Yeah. Anything else?
Yes.
Is the anything else running the fuck away?
Maybe.
Okay, good to know. Sounds like a plan. Out! Oh, this is so wonderful. Out of the darkness, from below you, Ezra, you hear
Don't you
this
fucking dare.
resounding chatter and click as you have. No, I'm kidding. I'm playing with you. It's just
I would not put it past you.
I should just like quietly, just a second, everyone. Put a giant spider here. Put a giant spider there. Oh, Ezra, you got too close to the giant spider nest.
And this is why I have had 2 characters rolled up since the beginning of this campaign.
I can't do that though. Like, I'm literally recording and broadcasting everything on the screen.
No one will tattle on you.
Probably
so
not.
You don't
That's
have
true.
to show your DM layer.
But I want to. And actually, there's not a good way to divide the layers like that utilizing Roll20. If I'm not like, I'd have to do some janky stuff to set it up to where it can only see what you guys see, and then have an actual DM screen over here.
I would assume that if you had a separate rig, you would just put a party face out there.
Yeah, I just have to have like an invisible token that has all of your sight ranges, and it's just at all times like, okay, this is what everyone can see. Anyways, okay, so Group 3. Most of Group 3 ran down trying to get past Halathgark and is now subsequently dead. The rest of Group 3 fired off their bows, but now with Kung Jung in the way, they are going to... Well, okay, so this one is... I want to specify. This one's going to run over here, and it's going to squeeze past you, Ashes, right? And it will use its bonus action to disengage and go running just the fuck away.
Wow.
Right? The other 2, now, as far as orders of operation go, this is kind of irrelevant, because taking the disengage action makes you disengage from everyone for the entirety of your movement. But it is very clearly, these 2 northern goblins are disengaging from Kung Jung.
Oh. Really? Like, if they were willingly trying to get out of his way, he would still swing at him?
And they aren't taking that chance, so they disengage from him and run past you.
Yeah, I want to swipe at one.
Well, they're disengaging, so you can't.
Disengage.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so that's the weird mechanic, right? If you disengage, you disengage. Period. That's why you guys can disengage from one thing and then run past multiple things. So it's basically just when you disengage, it's not just disengage. It's like I'm defending myself from hostile attacks is what I'm doing. So they go running out of the way, basically, and then the next group is gonna do the same, mostly. They are gonna disengage as they get away from you. Okay. Again, just kind of fleeing around you, but they have enough movement to actually pull their bows. And so they're going to start shooting at people. One's going to shoot at Bones, and the other is going to shoot at Matashtai. So this first one at Bones, that's a miss. Next one is at Matashtai, that is also a miss. Okie dokie. And then it is Bones' turn.
Okay.
And these poor hypnotized goblins cannot.
They about to have a bad day.
They cannot get out of the way.
You're about to get fucking stomped on.
I'm gonna go after the brain boy.
Okay, you going after Puppy? Alright, sounds good. Brain puppers. Oh god, yes, you hit with both easily.
That's what I got. I can't sneak attack him.
Oh, you can't. Oh, yeah, you can't. Okay. Well, you do slice and dice him up pretty good. You leave these deep gouges in his brain matter, right? He is clearly very hurt, but you don't quite finish him off. Anything else?
Well, that's what I can do.
Okie dokie. I think there's only one goblin left in Goblin Group 1, so he is going to kind of like skirt well, hold up. He's going to skirt around down here and try to put distance between him and other people, and he is going to shoot at Ezrah. Ezrah! 12! That's a miss. And then it is Boknocken's turn. And you hear this, Kung Jung! Get out of way! You're so fat! And then there's kind of like, almost like sprinting, right? You hear that pounding increase in speed, in momentum, right? And then kind of like, I don't know, drag racing, cutting the corner around the column in front of Kung Jung comes this other fucking massive two-headed figure, right? Just comes slamming into the hall, and it looks back and says, "You're so slow, Kung Jung." And the heads are kind of like talking in unison, and then they like turn and they laugh at each other. And they are.
I was making the assumption that this conversation was going on between the two heads of one enemy, not not two different.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I definitely was under that impression as well.
That's
Kitty cat.
super cool.
Matashtai, it's
little bit
your
more scared
turn.
now.
Hey, Odie boy.
Pets.
I'm gonna run over
Hey,
and kill
Odie
this
boy.
stupid brain thing.
No, my brain puppy. Odie, you're my brain puppy. You devour my intellect all the time.
5 damage.
Please tell me a 15 hits.
15 hits. 5 damage does not kill it, though.
I punch it then.
Come on, brain puppy, survive!
Is it dead?
I don't know what you rolled.
8
It's not.
damage.
It's never showing me like your second roll.
8 damage. 23 to hit. 8 damage.
Yeah, 23 definitely hits. 8 damage finishes it off. It is now
Fuck
dead.
yeah.
Woo! So Bones comes in, slices the Intellect Devourer to shreds, and Matashtai, you were able to close the distance and finish off just like pounding it
Where
into
was
muck.
I was right here.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have an idea.
That's concerning.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh my.
I'm gonna go here.
When blood is all.
Hey,
Oh.
hey! No tap taps. No sir.
Tap, tap.
Are you
You
done?
tapped upon.
All right.
Tap it, Odie.
The
Tap
Intellect
it.
Devourer is dead. Haleth Gark will close with the nearest Gobarin, and he will slash a Gobarin. That's a miss. That is also a miss. Ooh, unfortunate. I did forget this though. As you guys watch this, right? No, actually, I remember. Never mind.
Okay.
I'll save that for later. No, I'll do it now. So he slashes out at the two goblins, right? Clearly, like infuriated, but he's unable to land a blow. And then for the first time, he kind of notices that he has these two arrows sticking out of his chest, and he just kind of like looks down and kind of furrows his brow, and then just like rips the two arrows out of his chest.
Stabs him into a goblin's eye.
And you see, well, no, you see the flesh beneath begin to reform and knit itself, and he says,
Fuck.
"Yes, I have the blessing of Joaquin."
Sure,
Joaquin
that's what
Phoenix.
that is.
Yo, she share that or what?
Kung Jung says, "Get out of the way!" And he takes Boknokken by one shoulder and he kind of like shoves him aside, right?
Bot not gonna allow that?
Yes.
Damn it.
I think
They-
Boknokken-
I don't
They-
think he would. I
They
think that's a
fight with each other, but they are allies. So he can move through his allies.
I would like to roll for
Put it
a
out.
front.
However, he does not really consider the goblins to be his allies, so he starts to charge through them, and normally each goblin would get a dexterity saving throw.
Oops.
These goblins are incapacitated,
Oopsie.
so they all die.
Oh boy.
They all just get trampled beneath Kung Jung's feet. And then he closes with ashes, right? And he says, "Ha ha ha!" And one head turns, right? And it looks back and he says, "There's Dogman here!" And he turns back and he raises a club.
Does a 27 hit?
Morningstar!
Fucking wow, wow, wow!
It's been fun, guys. It's been fun.
Fucking 27! Wow!
Oh, shit!
It's fine. You're a puppy.
Does a 27 hit? Oh, fuck.
That's half damage, right?
That's hilarious.
Wow.
You did
Well,
that
first of
yourself.
all,
That was your fault.
Yeah, you
adamantine
called this
half
upon...
blade, so I
you-
do not take a critical.
That's true.
Yeah,
You're
took
fuck
you,
took
Jeremy, you
7
fucking piece of
damage.
shit.
You turned 29
I'm
damage
laughing
into
because he
7.
called the number.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing.
So I will say this.
There's a
So
27 hit.
Kung Jung lashes out with this Morningstar, right, and connects a horrendously solid blow against Ashes, who takes it like a champ, right? You guys have seen him in his wolf form take brutal, savage blows. This is something else, right? Entirely. So
I don't know, it looks rather bugbearish.
you do reduce it actually is rather bugbearish, but you do reduce the damage from 14 down to 7, right?
Yep.
And then the funnest thing happens.
He
This
attacks again.
no, Kung Jung reaches up and scratches his head, or one of his
One.
heads, right? And that head goes, it turns and it goes, "Hey, Kung is not dead." And the other head looks and says, "I don't understand, Jung." And they did not understand. And so,
Okay.
Jung fucking swings with a battle axe. Because they don't this, you were not able to stopgap the goblins. You're gonna be able to stopgap the Ettins because they're too dumb to understand getting out of the way. So, battle axe coming at you. 23.
That hits.
Okay, that is reduced by half because of your stiff. So, yep, that is an 8 damage hit.
Damage has been taken.
So, you weather the blows, but if you keep taking too many more of those, that's probably not going to work
I
out for the
know.
best. So,
I'm aware.
Ashes, this vicious assault being unleashed upon you, what would you like to do? SOD.
The chances of
Yes,
him
Daryl.
doing 21 damage to me in the next turn, I feel like is unlikely. Maybe. So I'm going to go
You say that now.
all in with this,
Smash 'em
and
up.
this. Does a 21 hit?
Did
Yes.
you ever write up your claws?
I did not write up my claws because I cannot
So-
spare the health.
So I heard of this, and this. Did you
It's a
swing
25,
3 times?
25, and a 21.
Okay. it didn't show me the first 25 for whatever reason. All 3 easily hit, right? As you go to attack these things, they are not well armored, they are not fleet of foot, and they're not even really defending themselves overly well. The only difficulty in combating them at all is just their massive size and the fact that they're just swinging these huge weapons, so you just kind of like gotta watch out for those. And then other than that, they're very easy to attack. Okay, so 5, 5, and 6.
Fucking garbage rolls.
16 damage.
In,
so you do, yeah, you start to claw into Kung Jung, who kind of like is taken aback by the fact that 1, you're not dead, you're not smushed to a bloody pulp, right? And 2, now you're hurting him. He's just, Kung, no, bad puppy.
I just peed on the floor.
All right,
that's great.
Anything else for your turn?
That'll be in turn.
Ezra, you're up.
Oh boy.
Oh fuck, this is not gonna go well.
You're gonna hold the tide as long as you can.
I'm gonna
But you
try.
can't hold it forever. That's the thing.
Or can he?
He might be able to. I don't know. But
It's gonna be close. If he hits me twice next turn, I'm gonna be very bad off.
Or maybe just it.
Or yeah. Well, I was trying to be optimistic. It's just God.
You would already be dead if you weren't a werewolf, and you wouldn't be dead, but you'd be much closer to death if you didn't have that adamantine plate.
I love it.
Holy shit. It's gonna be hard to get you to not wear that eventually.
Yeah. You might. Wait. Is it magical? Is adamantine half plate magical?
Yeah, it counts as.
Technically, it's considered magic armor. It just does not require.
So I don't have to worry about it being.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna
eroded away.
No, it would need to be destroyed by magical means.
Deity-esque means.
Yeah.
Which I get it. No one likes losing magic items, but I actually like games where there are things that destroy magic items, because that just means I can put in twice as many magic items, right? And you get less attached to each thing, and I don't know, you get more emotionally invested, and then you're like, no, my great sword +2 that shoots vipers. Fuck!
My armor that's literally saved my lives many times already.
Well, yeah.
Alright. So Ezra takes his hand on top of his staff, whirls around, and hurls a chaos bolt at this front motherfucker.
Motherfucker!
And that is
Motherfucker.
double 4s.
Okay.
Which I think when I roll the same dice, it bounces again.
13 hit.
Yep, it leaps within 30 feet to an enemy.
Yeah. Sounds
So,
good.
Well, does a 13 hit? That's-
13 definitely hits, yeah.
Sweet.
Like I said,
and
these
then
guys are
18
super
on the
easy.
other one.
Boys.
You're gonna hit the other one? Okay.
Yeah. So
Sounds
that is 13 force damage on the first.
Okay.
And
So this kind of like bolt of energy streaks around across the room, sailing over the dead goblins, past you, Ashes, and it's flickering with all these different elements as it's flying in, and then right before it hits, it solidifies into this ball of force, slams into Kung Jung's chest, right? Boom, pushes him back a step. He goes, "Aah!" And then it bowls over him, cascades off him, and then shoots past him.
cold damage.
Strikes into Boknaken's chest, and then shatters up and over. And Boknaken immediately starts to like slam his maul up against it, like, ah, cold.
And Ezra is going to shift.
Can't believe there are 2 of them. You played me like a damn fiddle.
That was intense.
And that is the end of Ezra's turn. And that's the first and probably only ever bounce from my kickball.
Right, it's pretty good.
So 2d8 and they have to match.
Bach-Nakken appears to be the smarter of the two Ettins, or at least one of Bach or Nakken appears to be the smarter of the four heads. You're not sure which, though, yet, right? One of the heads goes, "Ow! Magic Man hurts us! Goblins, kill Magic Man!"
Uh-oh.
That's what they do. And the goblins they don't want to die to Kung Jung and Bach-Nakken, but they also see their allies littering the floor. So they are making a little bit of a morale test right now. It's pretty low at the moment, or pretty decent for them at the moment, though, because they still have a couple of their goblin brethren, and as long as there are still goblin brethren in sight, they're normally okay. So,
help me.
Hmm.
And the other way. I real debated it.
These goblins run.
Thank God.
Now, that's not to say that they won't come back, maybe, but for now, their spirits are not in this battle. Oop, I don't need to go like that, sorry. 40, 50. So these three flee. Next group.
Go to the right and not the left.
Next group is going to make a similar check. Oh my god, they even worse. Okay. So they are going to flee along with their brethren.
What the
They are going to disengage from Haleth, and they are going to run the fuck away. Because you guys have killed enough of them, right? That right now, they're like, screw Bach-Nakken and Kung Jung, and screw these guys. We're fucking out of here. So they are outsies for now. Bones, you're up.
Okay.
Now, again, right, with morale, there is the chance that they will rally, so you guys should keep that in mind. But for now, they are fleeing.
Oh.
I'm in there, boys.
Holy
That's
shit!
not
All right,
smart.
Bones runs. He's gonna get the fuck out.
Yo,
He's just gonna come in and
sneak attack
whap!
on the second one.
Yeah, you do.
Wow.
All right,
Are
7.
you letting me pick where I want to sneak attack?
What do you mean?
Do I have to do it on the first one, or can I do it on my crit?
No, you have to do it on. Oh.
Oh, that's actually a really good question. I have no fucking clue.
No, we had this conversation already. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure though that
the outcome was you can fish if you want to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the determination is what. Here's the thing though.
It's fine. I rolled it too fast to make that determination.
I don't think. Yeah, I think right now is fine. You can do it on the crit, right? But yeah, it's that scenario of if you're gonna be fishing, then you need to be doing it in a manner that you're fishing, because otherwise you're just gonna roll both and you're gonna be like, oh well, didn't get a crit, doesn't matter, right?
It's fine. No, it's fine.
So.
It's fine. I'll take the first one. I agree with you. I should have slower.
Well, that's. I mean, we hadn't made that establishment though, so like I'm not super upset or anything like that. So if you want, go and roll your damage again. Which, by the way, holy fucking shit, 566, nice fucking sneak attack damage. Get damn. All right, good shit. So I already did the 7, I believe. So there's the
plus 9 is
and there's the
37.
28. So you lay into Kung Jung, and you basically you slice open his belly, and entrails start like his intestines start to kind of like spill out. And there's this moment on his face where he's like, "Ow! Oh, Kong, we're hurt." He's not dead, but he is extremely wounded. And my roll 20 has white screened again.
Cool. I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay. You're staying there?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That I did not expect. I expected all the rest of this. I expected
I
the.
have to take an opportunity to leave.
Can't you do?
Can you-
Oh, you used your bonus action
Oh,
to do the
right.
Goddamn
Gotcha.
right I did.
I'm sitting here thinking that you can. I don't know. I don't know why. Okay,
You're used
gotcha.
to Vax.
Yeah.
Dega.
Yeah, I'm used to a lot of things. Okay.
Yeah.
So who is next up on the list? Is it the goblin? Is it Goblin one?
numero uno.
Goblin numero uno he's got a plan, man. He's got a plan and a dream. And that plan and dream is to roll a morale check. But he literally has no allies in sight. All of his friends are dead. So unless he basically gets like an 18, 19, or 20, he is gonna run. So he comes up here and he starts to. Okie dokie. So
Thank God.
next up is Bach Nakken. Okay. So Bach Nakken, right, has just been hit by this icy blast, and then he sees, right, that his buddy Kung Jung, his buddy Jung Kung, is hurt.
It's two of us.
And he walks forward and he says, Kung Jung, get out of way! I can't get to them! That's what he does. Matashtai, you're up.
Yes.
I walk forward, twirling the staff in front of me. Then I poke ashes. And I cast level 2 Cure Wounds into him.
Alright, sounds good.
Be healed for 13 health.
Oh,
Very nice.
Man, I'll take it. Oh, thank you so much.
Very, very nice. Alright. Anything else for your turn?
Take a step back to
It just
allow
feels so good.
room.
Sure.
Hold on, let me see.
Gotta tell you, man. Didn't think
Step
Ash
back
was
to
ever
there.
gonna be able to fill that spell.
Alright, sounds good. Okay, so, Haleth, say this earlier? Did I get...
1 charge per spell level up to 4.
So, Matashtai, you actually see... I didn't do this last turn. I described it, but I didn't actually do it. That Haleth's flesh is reknitting, right? So the wounds he had taken are healing, but he still seems incensed, right? And he basically cries out after the goblins and chases them. Just waving this fucking bone short sword. Ah! Yeah. And then it's Kung Jung. And Kung Jung will go. Oh! And he will run away. He'll disengage. And he will pull out of the way and try to not be eviscerated, because he doesn't like that. And then it's Ash's turn. Ash's turn.
You better make your goddamn save since I'm the only one right here.
I really wasn't expecting him to run.
Well,
but
you did leave him with very
getting
little health.
such a hearty heal has emboldened Ashes to the point where he is going to spend his bonus action.
Well, first he needs to. Don't you need to check?
Oh no.
I did. Did I take damage?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, that's right. No, didn't. Did he hit me after I hit him, or did I hit him before he hit me?
Oh, that's a good. Oh,
Because-
did you check
Because he
the
hit
turn
me,
before?
and then I in turn hit him. So
Oh, but
You
that
had to
means
retro check.
Because no one else was next to him.
yeah,
yeah, it wouldn't have
I
mattered.
just hit him.
Yeah, well, that's true. But roll for me then. If yeah, just roll for me. Roll your check just to make sure. Because more than likely you are successful and it's fine. Yeah, you were
Yes,
successful and it's fine. So all good.
Okay.
Otherwise, I just would have added 11 health back to him because you would have just attacked him once. Would have been fine.
Oh yeah.
He still would have run because he's still on death's door, right? So it
Okay.
it wouldn't have mattered
So
in the grand scheme of things.
I'm gonna take 5. I'm gonna ride up.
Uh huh. Ooh. Okay.
No, that's my bonus action.
Yeah,
so...
you emboldened indeed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, heal for 13. Yeah, I'll take 5 for that because I don't
Sure.
think it can drop me in a turn still.
Okay.
So I guess I'm gonna
Fair.
step up.
As soon as you step up, Boknakken, the two heads,
Okay,
their
ready.
big tusks, they smile and they go, "He came!" and go and
Okay.
just start smashing.
19.
Yeah, as they had held their action in the chance that someone came close enough. So Morningstar.
I underestimated their wisdom.
I don't know that this is really wisdom. It's just everything wants to hit something if it gets close enough. Like even
Yeah,
animals
yeah, I
will
guess
do
so.
that. You know.
Well, I guess he didn't think that. It's cool. Go ahead.
So, Morningstar, the 25, so 13 to hit
6
or
I'm
13
taking
damage.
6.
Sorry, 6 damage. Yeah. Battle Axe, 19.
And I'm taking 7.
Take another 7. You're still fine.
Yep,
Shouldn't it
yep.
be 6 and 7?
Didn't I say that?
I thought you
I
did.
thought you said another 7.
He said 6 and
Yeah,
7.
my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okie dokie. So Boknakken unleashes. Ashes easily weathers the storm, and now does what?
And now, attack it is.
Attack it is. Attack it
Attack it
is.
is twice.
16 hits.
And a 12.
12 hits.
Okay.
And 13.
So
Okie
we're
dokie.
looking at 23.
Nice, yeah. So you could start carving into Boknakken, and then you hear, right? You hear Kung Jung, you say, "Kung, I don't feel so good.
I swear if a brain pops out...
Why is this fur growing on my arm?"
What?
Ezra's turn.
His fur on his arm?
Is there fur growing? Oh, the lycanthropic virus.
He's a little
You turning
fast.
him into a lichen?
He's a Lycanetin.
A Lycaton.
I'm sorry, what?
An Etanthrope.
Oh, that's the best. Ettenthrope for the win. I like this song.
Me too.
Which one's this one? This one is Adrian von Ziegler's Behind the Stars, number 94 on the complete discography, which is awesome. Ezra.
Alright. Sorry, I was thinking way too hard.
It's Big Etten Man. How hard can think? Shoot, shoot. Kill, kill.
I was hoping the other one was still within vision.
Depends on where your vision is.
It's not where it needs to be.
Ashes can see the other one.
Yeah, but Ashes is, 60 feet in front of me.
Well, maybe you should be 60 feet in front of you.
Jeremy, this conversation is not happening.
Oh, what you want from me?
Your respect.
Oh, well. Alright, Bach knocking.
Spectrally.
Gets a whoosh down his chest. It hurts. He has taken enough of a beating at this point that he looks fairly injured.
And he cannot heal until the end of my next turn.
That's a good note. Good to know. Alright.
Just in case.
If that is the end of your turn,
Yes, sir.
we're gonna have a goblin route. Still routes. Goblin route. Still routes. And they are all just gonna keep running off into the distance. Will disengage, so Haleth will not get a chance to actually attack them. They go running. Bones,
Shit,
what do you
I
want to
didn't
do?
realize he went to chase him.
Yeah, he went to chase him.
We'll never see him again.
Probably for the better.
Does 14 hit?
14 hits.
Okay, cool. Snake attack.
Snake attack.
Disengage. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh, you cut him up real good. He kind of turns and he says, Kong! They hurt me! The other one looks and says, they hurt me too! Like, don't leave me out of it, you know? Like,
25.
jeez.
I don't want to be around the corner. I don't want to
Okay.
be his sight line.
Gotcha. Alright. If that is the end of your turn,
Turnover.
it is Boknocken's turn. And Boknocken is smart enough to know that he has no one to run and hide behind, so he's gonna try to... And at the same time, Ashes also looks bloodied. So he's gonna try to hurt the thing that hurt him. So, Ashes,
See who can hurt who first.
Smash-a-rooney. Ooh.
Not smashed.
And
Chop,
that
chop.
means you might live.
Ooh!
Not smashed.
Finally, the rolls
Oh,
turn
no.
in your favor. I've hit you with every single attack from them so far.
Yes, you have. It does not feel great.
It does not confirm. Okay. So, Boknocken is unable to crush you, right? And the two heads look worriedly at each other, and they both like Scooby and Shaggy. They both just look at each other and go, "Whoa!"
If they look down at Ashes, you'll see a big old toothy grin that Ashes can't help but stop, or can't help but do.
And then
Words. I can words good.
actually, they're gonna run.
Are they gonna
So
disengage?
yeah, no, they can't disengage. They used they attacked you, so they're gonna run. So
Damn, could have got another sneak attack. That sucked. I'm
That is a
scared. I'm
miss.
scared
Damn
of Ashes.
ha ha!
I guess that's the first time I missed as well. It's just
Yeah, so they go rushing down the hall, and they kind of like try to go in this through this divide. So you can still see them, but yeah, they are kind of running. Sorry, Matashtai, it is your turn.
I don't know if I can get there, but I'm gonna try.
Chase him.
All right. So I'm gonna expend a key point to Step of the Wind.
Okay.
And I'm gonna haul ass. 10, 20, 20. Oh, Boy,
Okay,
there's two.
as you broach this intersection, right? You see this other one, his belly kind of like intestines dripping out of this huge slash across his belly, right? He's looking down and he's holding his arm, and its arm is just bristling with fur, and one head looks over and sees you, and it's got these two huge canines, and the other head kind of like leans past and sees you, and then throws that head back at you.
Dude, you can't leave them alive.
I'm definitely gonna kill that one. I'm gonna go up and whap it with the staff of healing.
Whap him.
Be wept.
Be whapped. That is in fact the whappening.
The whappening has happened.
How would you like to whap this person?
Oh,
With the staff.
I would like to baseball swing at his shin.
Okay.
And as he leans forward to reach at his shin, I'd like to just uppercut the staff right into his nostril.
Oh goodness.
which one?
Yeah, so you do that
There
to
are
one
four.
head, and it smashes
all of
one
them.
head in, and that head clearly like is stoved in. It's just crumpled, and the other head just looks at you, and he goes, "Oh no!" And, like the death of one has killed the
Yeah.
other, right?
Wow.
Okay,
Alright.
so how much did I have left? So I got to here 40, I used 15. There.
Make sure if you're going around, right, you can't go through the wall, so you need to do
20,
each incremental thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll go through the wall if I
Because
wanna
it
go
makes
through
a
the wall,
difference.
You're not the boss of me.
Yeah, I know that, but I like it when you comply with my wishes anyways.
And I am going
Mellow
to
fucking way to say that shit.
I'm going to stow the staff of healing as I do so.
Okay, gotcha. Halithgark, seeing that the goblins are still intent on fleeing, right, he will come back 30 feet, and he'll kind of take stock of things, and he'll look over at you, Ezrah, right, because you're the one distant, and he'll kind of say, "Don't lag behind!" And then he will dash up to right up next to Bones. And then it is Kung Jung, and Kung Jung is dead. And then it is Ashes, and Ashes is not dead.
Ashes getting there.
Matashtai. Ooh,
Yeah.
Matashtai, you hear the... How big would brain doggies be in an Etten? And would it be 2 brain doggies in each Etten? That's the best thing ever!
I will drive down there to slap you in the face.
I'm putting that in an adventure somewhere in the future. I'm gonna have medium-sized instead of small-sized intellect devours. I'm gonna have medium-sized, juiced-up intellect devours, and there's 2 in each Etten. It's gonna be amazing.
Jeremy, as terrifying as that sounds, it will never be worse than your fucking camels.
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 Goddamn
God-
camels, man.
Goddamn camels.
Okay, so I'm gonna run up.
But you guys
saying
survived.
that I
Just saying.
cannot close
Yeah,
the
because
gap.
they had fucking Higgins the Immortal.
That is true.
And
Like, go
seeing
Paladin,
as
like
I'm
you
not
can
going to be
ride
able
a
to do
camel.
anything, but I don't want him to continue running.
He is a little faster than you. You've realized this.
Yep.
He's got that big gait, right?
Yep. So I'm going to attempt to reach out my hand and grasp firmly at him as I cast Blood Curse of Binding.
Oh shit! This hasn't come into play much yet. All right, so no strength saving throw.
Yep, and it's 8 plus
Oofles.
1 plus 2, so 12. 11.
Yeah.
Statistically not in your favor, but I like your moxie.
Nope. Okay.
No,
Look, I wanted to do something.
as a better, yeah, you had a chance, right? All right,
Not been a great one.
end of your turn. Ezra.
So, strange question.
Is
Dark
it?
vision only goes 60 feet, but there is a lantern right next to this.
Yeah, I think we had this this discussion before, right? Is that concept of like how far is your sight range? And the concept in D&D is generally that light, like if it's broad daylight, you can see for miles as long as it's clear. You can't make out super good details past 200 or 300
Unless you've
feet.
got whatever the
Right? But if
that
you
feet
were 1,000 feet away from an Etten, you could see him out in an open pasture, right? So in theory, yes, you can see him. There is this backlight shadow illuminating, and there's just this great void of darkness in between you and him, right? But you can't see him.
And I will go ahead.
I might implement something on that though. Might implement like if it's past, so you get what I'm saying, right? So your dark vision reaches out to a point, but that point doesn't connect with the light. So there's like this gap of shadow in between your dark vision and the light. Does that make sense? Okay. So I might treat that gap of shadow like half cover, right?
I'm okay with that.
Because so in this particular scenario, it's not going to matter at all. But like, I think that makes sense for like a future scenario. Like if you're so far away that there's literally a gap of shadow in between your vision range and the darkness, then that's kind of like the shadows playing tricks on you as the backdrop of the lantern like hits whoever this person is, this thing is. I think that kind of makes sense. Okay, so regardless, yeah, you let loose a flurry of magical missiles that streak down the hallway, find their target unerringly, and just detonate into the side of him, like all around the head, right? Not quite enough damage to kill him, though.
Garble. And
He is fucked up, but not quite enough damage to kill him.
that was probably a bad move.
Okay.
What do
Anything
I
else?
see in this room?
Oh, you actually see the remnants of... Let me pull up my chart real quick. And I can tell you exactly what you see in this room. So, you see a few messy bedrolls and moist sacks all mark this room as nothing more than a kind of semi-lonely den, right?
Cool.
There's a small corner where it looks like there's maybe a pit fire or something like that, but it doesn't have any coals or anything like that.
Cool.
It does smell pretty badly, and the stench seems to be coming from the sacks, and there's kind of ooze pouring out from these sacks.
It keeps me out of line of sight if those gobos decide to come back, so I'm happy.
Sounds good. All right. Gobos are too far from the battle and have failed too many morale checks. They are out. Bones is up.
5, 10, 15, 20,
Meow.
25, 30.
Meow.
Super feline speed. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Reciprocal burst.
Yeah, reciprocal burst, baby.
God, now I'm gonna think of that every time Bones does his shit.
I do every single time he does the tabaxi charge.
I've never thought of reciprocal burst. I've always just imagined him getting down on all fours for a moment and then doing a whole like bounding thing, right?
No,
Oh, that's what I do.
I've always imagined a super anime like stall, and he's
I need to know.
One frame.
This one also lycanthropic or not?
The other
What
one,
was attacks?
the lycanthropic was more me just fucking around with Jay.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna pull. Up my
Though that
phone
might
down.
be something that Ashes, who is incredibly worried about, might want to start thinking about in the future.
Well, hey, man. Like, first
So
of all,
far, though,
I
it's...
know that claw scratches could also transfer the curse? I thought
Yes.
it was bites.
No, it's for most wares it's any sort of contact damage wise, claw or bite.
Okay.
Okay,
But
well,
the way I
back
see
to
it,
those
anything
attacks
that I'm
then.
attacking with my claws, I want dead anyways.
Exactly, right? So, but it's still something to keep in mind, just in case that one that got away comes back. Anyway, sorry, Bones. What do you want to do?
One got away?
No, I'm saying in the theoretical, right? Like if there happened to be like one that gets away, you need to worry about it, right?
I did
Ashes
attack.
needs to worry about it. He's attacked. 16 hits, 11 does not.
Alright, well. Take the hits then.
Oh, and you don't get sneak attack because you don't have anybody.
Well, I didn't hide last turn, so that's fine. Makes sense.
He had 8 health.
No, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, he has 1 health, and it's his turn now.
Well, maybe he'll try and run.
He's in. The fight or flight no longer has an effect. He is a cornered animal, and he's gonna lash out.
What do you mean? He's got this way to run!
Except he has 1 hit point, and he knows it.
One
So-
potion.
So, what? So he gonna smash. He gonna smash. He smashes.
Yeah, he smashes.
God, does a 27 hit?
Uncanny dodge!
All right.
Minus 15.
Yeah, you take 15 damage as he tries to pummel you. He tries to make the hurting stop. And then he's gonna follow up with Battle Axe.
Yeah, that'll hit. Minus 15. Still alive. I'm a god.
And in this moment, right, you are not dead, and he will run. So,
Okay.
I need an attack of opportunity from you, I'm assuming.
Eh.
Yeah, you cut him down as he tries to flee from you.
Yeah. Because
And he falls to his knees, and one head turns, and he goes, "Knockin'! What's that sound?" And the other head turns, and it says, "It's me, Buck. It's me." And then they slump forward.
Yeah, fuck them. I hop over there. I poke him in the brain. Both the heads. We're not having none of this
Damn.
bullshit. No, look, we're not gonna have more brains pop out. Alright?
Stabbing brains.
You know what?
Stab,
That's,
stab,
that is
stab.
Oh.
like great
That's a good point. I go back
procedure.
and bash
Yeah,
the
from
brains
now
out
on,
of this one.
everything's getting brain.
That's right.
All
We're
right.
double tapping now, boys.
All right. I like it. I like it. So you guys take a few moments and set about smashing brains, making sure nothing else comes after you. Let's award a little bit of experience there. Guys?
Let's.
That was a bunch of stuff. That was a
All right,
big
guys,
fight.
time for,
Some might have deemed that the boss fight for this floor.
It's time for a long rest.
I mean, you know, excluding any vampire encounters
Took
that might happen
zero
later,
damage.
you know. Right, you did. I tried to brain you though, man. I really tried. Oh god. Okay, so for the bugbears, you all gain 2 experience. Not big. 250 experience for the bugbears. $250 experience for the Goblin Horde. And 500 experience for the Etten Twins.
Okay,
A
so
total of
that's
1,000 experience, which I believe
We all level. When we take a long rest.
pushes you guys over that threshold.
All right,
So,
long rest time.
I mean, you guys decide what you want to do. So, Blood and guts and gore are strewn around you guys. Just real quick, in this bigger room that Ashes and Matashtai and Bones are closer to, right? You find you see life-size statues. Oh no, sorry, wrong spot. Goblin Hall. You see there are there's just remnants of, it's like a little goblin shanty town, right? There's little tents and bedrolls and little fire pits and pots and kettles and bits of random like string and rope, little sacks. Again, these little sacks that are just disgusting smelling, and they have like this little jellied, like this gel kind of oozing out of the bottom of them.
I pick one up and I toss it over to Ezra.
You toss it at Ezra.
Like the things are so moldy, right? And they're decomposing that they kind of just rip when you move them and outspill the jellied remains of rats and bats and things like that, right? Things that have basically just been squished in a sack and then left to ferment and rot, right? Ooh,
super gross.
Scarl. My Scarl right now is just like, this is like a fond on a pot, guys. It's so tasty.
If any of it got on my hands, I go find Ezra and chase him around.
I'm thinking he'll just like reaction cast prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Prestidigitation.
I hide my hands.
I cast hold person because he looks shady as
Beyond, right, up this way, there's another section leading off into the distance. There is a door here, and just rummaging around, assuming, right, that you guys do get around to this stuff.
Oh yeah, we're gonna loot the shit out of all this.
I was gonna say, so assuming that you guys get to this stuff.
Any danger.
Huh? Unless there's any danger? No, there doesn't seem to be any danger right now. So, rifling through the Bugbear Den and the Goblin Hall will net you the following amounts of dosh. And I'm just going to copy pasta them into the chat so you guys can do what you see fit, right? And then, so that's kind of like looting the room scenario there. There are still other interesting things about, right? There's that door leading to the east. There's the hall leading northeast. There's the halls to the south. There's still the statue, right, of the dwarf with the other head coming out of its neck, right, where the shrieker was. What do you guys want to be doing, while bearing in mind that as you are doing this, because this is already a part of looting the room and everything, right? But as you are doing this, the tension pool is rising up to a 3.
I really need to take a short rest.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Just
let's
being honest. I guess if we don't
go.
have to, I can drink potions, but I'm
let's
real hurt.
backtrack a bit. Let's backtrack a bit and get
Okay.
ourselves in a defensible situation. We'll take a short nap. I'm
All right.
I'm healthy. I can keep an eye on people if we need.
So where do you guys wanna head off to?
Let's go to this hall. This hall seems like a good place. This hall with hidden doors that we could close.
Oh, okay. The most heavily trafficked, secret area in this entire dungeon floor.
Correct.
Anybody that wants to go to floor
Gotcha.
2 is gonna come through this hall.
Yes.
Yep. Correct.
Yep. Absolutely.
Alright, whatever. I'm rolling hit dice. Oh, good.
I regret nothing.
So as you guys come here, right, and you begin to relax and bind your wounds and sit for a moment. Haleth, right? You see him. He's clearly trying to contain it, right? But he seems impatient. He looks at each of you and he says, "Surely we don't have to rest here now. Can't we progress a bit further before we come? It's just we're so close to heading downwards to finding them."
Do you want to provide some healing?
He looks at you and he says, "Would that I could. I would do all that I can for you, friend. But right now,
I need to rest.
But if we could find them, then yes, I could provide healing for you. Right? He's not being
I don't believe that
he's not
at
being
all.
overly pushy with you guys, but it's clear, right, that he has this kind of like he has this urge. He wants to go. He doesn't want to sit. He doesn't want to
In an attempt to satiate his need to be doing something, I start asking him questions about is Rex what are the other two?
Rex, Copper, and Midna. In fact, I can give
Rex,
you
Copper, and
more
Midna.
specific names. In a moment here.
Actually, I might have written them down. Hold on.
All right, boys. I hope we're taking like a week off because
Midna,
I'm
Copper,
out of
and
hit
Rex,
dice.
members of the group in Undermountain. Blah blah blah. Robbed and trapped
So
their allies to hoard their money. Okay,
it's
I'll say
Rex the Hammer, Copper Stormforge, and Midna Tauberth.
Wait, do we
as
know
the
our
guys
hit
are
dice from
resting, I'll
Lebanon?
like try to distract Haleth, and I'll just be like, "So, Haleth, why don't you tell me a little bit about Rex and Copper and Midna?" and what...
He gets kind of enraged, right? Not at you, right? But
Well,
incensed.
sorry, I mean, like
passionately.
What's the weaknesses?
Yeah. He does, like, he talks to you about it, but as soon as you start asking about it, he's not mad at you, but he's clearly just furious, and he's not shit talking them, but he's telling you everything that he can about this hated foe of his, right? He lets you know that Midna is a cleric of, I believe, Kelemvor, but I'll confirm that for you later, right? Copper is a dwarf, right? Midna's a human. Copper's a dwarf, more kind of like a roguey fighter type, right? Rex is this just great brute of a man. They call him the Hammer, right? And he has this massive greatsword that Haleth has seen him just chop people in twain with. So like he'll go into like he'll tell you everything he knows about him. And he won't stop
His
talking.
name is
so
the Hammer, and he used the great sword.
Yeah, well, he got.
He's
he got the
ironic, I
name-
see.
No, he. Is
What? I'm just
assuming that's in character. Haleth will say something about him getting the nickname from being a blacksmith apprentice.
Joke.
How the fuck did he get his whatever?
Huh?
No, I don't want to talk about
I'd
it.
like my nickname Bones of the Cold Steel.
It's not. Oh, he's not Rex the Hammerer. He's Rex the Hammer.
I would like to be known
God.
as Matashtai, the heavily armored.
Okay.
I think you should be known as Totally Normal Matashtai.
Jesus.
It's just
All right.
totally
Anyways.
normal farmer Matt.
So, what was your question about hit dice
Definitely
earlier?
not an alien Matashtai.
What was your question about hit dice? What was your question about hit dice earlier? Jesus, you can't even answer the question. You're just laughing.
Can we get them all back when we love them?
I didn't have a question. What? I didn't have a hit dice
Half
question.
rounded up.
Upon leveling?
Yeah, it's like, hey,
We
you're
get
super
levels.
restored
No.
level.
No. No. This
Hey,
is
it's magic.
this is not that kind of RPG. No.
All right, well, all right.
Okay. So question answered. And short rest taken. I'm going to count the short rest as a part of that whole like looting the room and situation. So now, what do you guys want to do?
Do people not want the Electrum pieces? Is that still a thing? Because
Do
I know
we
some
not
people are
want
weird
them?
about them.
I am not super interested in currency that is not commonly used.
Okay,
I'm
let me
adding it into mine.
Okay, let me do the math for Jay. Zach,
What?
do you want yours or not?
Oh yeah, Zach
I'll
want
take
that
'em.
money?
I'll take them. I don't care.
Well, I was gonna give you gold instead and do the math.
I'm joining the
for-
guild. Those motherfuckers will take everything.
Okay, let me figure it out for you.
And if they won't, well, we'll have
no,
a discussion.
if that's extra work on you, I'll just take it. Fuck it.
Yeah, just divide it up. It's fine. Like, don't worry about doing the extra math. You guys can always like literally say, "Hey, we go to the exchequer." Done. Like, it's not a big deal. Okay, so
It's 5 silver or half a gold.
in the meantime,
Okay.
you guys have rested, healed up your wounds, broken, eaten
Wounds?
lunch. Well, wounds for some of you. I tried shooting you. I wish I'd hit. Damn it. I wish I'd hit with any of them. I wish those goblins hadn't broken their morale and they'd all turned on Ezrah and shot the shit out of him.
Same.
Didn't happen.
That would have sucked.
It didn't happen. All right, so
Okay, cool. Now we're gonna
yeah,
go back in here because we want to explore. Jared, can I like, have better sight?
what do you mean? Can you have
Oh,
better
nah.
sight? No,
No,
that's
it's
your
just
sight.
Yeah, but it just sucks. Just because Bones can't see doesn't mean I have to suffer.
Yeah, that's your sight. What do you think? Everyone else sees what they see.
I'm just saying it's a poor experience.
I need to see how. Okay, so like I can literally like move in and see. Like I can control your token and see what you see. You see fine. You have like
dim.
you have your settings like super low or something. Like is it super
It's just
dark for you?
It's just dim, bro. It's not like
Ugh.
fucking. It's not like pitch black, like midnight.
Turn up the brightness on your
Operation
monitor.
Fucking 2 a.m.
Turn up the brightness on your monitor.
Adjusting my monitor just for this.
It's like when you're playing like Dark Souls or Skyrim or something, and you're like the guide tells you make it to where you can just barely see the symbol, right? And you're like, nah, fuck that, all the way bright so I can see everything.
Check it out.
Yeah, I need you to do that for dungeon exploring.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the Etten bodies because I'm gonna think on this.
Okay.
How humanoid are these things?
Pretty fucking wait.
Pretty
Yeah,
humanoid. They were
they-
talking and shit.
They
But
count
If I don't,
technically, right?
if I don't take anything that talks, then I'll never get dragon bones, and I really want dragon bones.
Classification
Dude,
wise,
you can make an Etten femur greatsword.
I'm gonna let you roll me a nature check, and I'm gonna let Ezra roll me a history check.
Dude, I'm apparently, supposedly pretty decent those. Not today though.
Not today though, but Ezra's got your back. So
Yeah.
Oh, hold
What
on,
do we
that's
say to
from
the
my
history
bag of
check?
holding.
Not today.
Yeah, what was that from the bag of holding? 6? No, 6 is right. No, I guess it wasn't from the bag of holding.
So,
Alright.
Ettins are giants or giant kin, and technically, like if we're talking about
It's a
like
mistake. Sorry.
the classifications of monsters in D&D, giants are separate from humanoids. Use that as you want. Many
I think
people.
that's code for take that man's leg.
They're
Is
a
it
monstrous
ethically wrong,
race.
though?
Is
Yeah.
probably
Ethically
what
wrong to
Ezra
cut
would-
its bones out though.
It's considered a monstrous
Matt's probably
race,
not going to hang
so-
around while you do it, but
I mean, I don't know.
Damn. I don't know.
I will say harvesting will take time.
What can I roll for
Start tension.
ethics?
I'll help him clean it if that'll speed it up.
It'll speed it up to a point, but it won't speed it up to not take time. So let's say this, while Zach
were we
is
only
thinking,
able to find money. Is that all we were?
that's
able to
all.
find?
That's all of worth that you found in the Goblin Hall or the Bugbear Den. Like I said, though, there's still areas that you haven't explored. There's the doorway. There's the halls to the south. There's the area to the northeast that you guys haven't explored. Right?
Hey Matt, I found this room that looked like it was where the goblins were camping out, but there was a passage down there. Should we go check it out while they do that
Yes.
stuff?
So that's what I was going to say.
sure,
While
seems like a
Bones
good
is trying
idea.
to figure out whether or not he wants to harvest bones, what are the rest of you guys?
I just don't know if it's ethically wrong.
So Ezra
Unless
and
it's
Matt. So
human.
this room is the Bugbear Den room. right? This you guys have already kind of looted around in the bugbears area, and then you head south. As you do, the hall wraps back around, and you can see this entrance. This hall, though, is not barren. Real quick, as you guys are exploring through here, there are little oh shit, what are those called? There are little like pedestals with or little alcoves, nooks with urns in them every like 10 or 15 feet or so. And a couple of the urns have been smashed to pieces, and there's just ashes in them, right?
Damn, ashes is in them?
Yes.
Whoa!
Get me out, right?
Get me out!
But the few that aren't smashed to pieces, they're not intricately carved, or they're not especially gaudy or anything like that. They're not opulent in any way, shape, form, or fashion, but they have this kind of stoic, regal nature about them.
Damn, should we take them?
And you see the few depictions that you actually see, you see representations of what look to be like this dwarven king statue from the central room.
Do I recognize any of the lore around either the imagery or the individual who is portrayed in the statue?
This is super generic, but roll me a history check. I say generic, not generic. This is super obscure, is what I meant.
Anytime it's dwarf related, I have no
yeah,
fucking idea.
Dwarves
No
are
fucking
that's
idea.
just not Ezra's preference.
I didn't study a whole lot of dwarvish stuff. It's one of the few languages I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
in a dwarven crafted mountain.
Yeah.
What
Not
seems
from here.
like
Shut up.
it seems like these are probably funerary urns, right? With the ashes inside, that seems likely. And what you know about dwarven kind, and many of their civilizations, is that this is probably some sort of dedication. These are probably either friends or family members, or the advisors or the people closest to whoever this dwarven king was, right? But there's nothing here specifically. There's nothing to glean from it necessarily.
I would say, as we can ascertain from the traffic that this area probably gets, being the entrance to the level, and the fact that this stuff remains untouched, that it's probably sacrilegious to fuck with it. Probably best just.
Yeah, I wasn't real keen on that.
That was more directed at some of our lesser moral.
There is another thing to note.
You mean like
you guys...
the man carving the femur out of a...
Hey, fuck you! I decided not to cut that guy up. All right.
There's another
Actual
thing.
giants only.
There's another thing to note, right? That you guys would have found while exploring some of these locations, and that is the name, right? Each time you've been to one of these posts, there has been graffiti or something along those lines that Ashes would be able to decipher. This one seems to be called the Big Ears Watch Post.
The Big Ears. That's dumb.
Do we have any thing that highlights why it was called that? Because the Grick nest or whatever the other outpost was makes sense, because the Grick were right fucking there. And I forget what the other camp was called.
The other one was called Wargzai. So I guess actually Grick Snack is the one that stands out as being the oddball that has the
an
sensible
actual
name. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They were snacks for the Grick.
Yeah.
Grick snacks.
Grick Snacks.
I want to mock up a Grick snack box.
So
Cereal.
assuming
gobblers on the front
that
of
you
it, or
guys are still kind of like walking around and exploring
Shit, I gotta
things,
do it now.
as you guys, each of you, whenever you come close enough to the statue, right, of the Dwarf King, it feels like you're being watched.
Huh.
Dang. Should we take a look at it?
Yeah, let's take a deep dive on it.
I will search the statue to see if there's maybe any traps or triggers
Let's deep
or
dive it.
or
assist
any
him
sort
in this.
of
Okay. Are you assisting him to give
Anything
him
from-
advantage, or are you going to roll your own?
I don't know. Is this an investigation or perception?
This is actually going to be a perception, because you're just
Then
kind of
I'm
like.
gonna-
I'm getting in there. I'm looking
s-
for triggers or levers.
Then I'm gonna roll my own. I'm gonna try and perceive
So
this.
so
I
Bones,
reach
you
into
can
my
roll a
bag of
perception.
holding and pull out the sledgehammer.
Jesus. Bones, you can roll a perception. Ezra, you can roll an investigation.
Yeah, I rolled a 27.
Okay. Ezra, you are mostly taken by the interest in the inscription. So there's nothing immediately that stands out, right? There's no switches or levers or anything like that that leap out that you find immediately, right? But there's these worn inscriptions, these worn, rubbed away inscriptions all over the base of the pedestal, and you start to take an interest in them, especially in comparison to this weird second head that's sprouting from the king's neck, right?
Oh, all right.
The problem being is that all of the inscriptions are worn to the point to where, can you read Dwarvish?
Nope.
So even if you could
I can.
read Dwarvish, the inscriptions are worn to the point to being illegible, but there's something off about it, Ezra. There's something
With the
profane
inscriptions or
about the whole thing, right? There's something that doesn't, because it looks like it's just weather worn, but it doesn't make sense, right? Like you look around you, like even
No weather.
you've seen inscriptions all over this place, right? Some of them are worn and messed up, sure, right? But these literally look like they've been brushed down, right, by time and wind and water and stuff like that. But it's like, where there's nothing like that here. And while you are trying to figure this out, kind of trying to get a grasp on that, Bones notices that the king's warhammer is a separate piece of stone from the rest of the carving, and that it can be rotated.
Oh.
Yo, well, I'm rotating.
Uh-oh.
So as you turn the warhammer, right, so that the weapon's backside faces forward, there is this click, right? And then this and the pedestal, right? Part of it falls away in front of you, and then the rest of it rises another 3 feet, revealing an open cavity within which is resting a circlet that looks identical to the one on the king's head, the one that he's wearing, except
Open cavities are my
except
favorite cavities.
rather than being made of stone, which the king's circlet is, this one is fashioned from gold.
Damn,
and-
I
Shit,
should've used that
boys.
shit bone.
Ezra will conjure up his mage hand and hover it over and look at Bones.
Ezra, while you're doing this, you also see that those inscriptions, right, on the that were worn away on the outside, there are some that are revealed by the newly opened portions of the pedestal, right?
Gotcha.
And Bones, you can read them. They are in Dwarvish, but
I'm
They're-
an expert on Dwarvish.
they're still not really coherent. Because they're just small portions of the overall thing, and they seem to just be talking about the deeds of this unnamed king, right? So they don't really give you much information. But Ezrah, more importantly, is that these are not weather-worn at all in any way, shape, form, or fashion, right? These are perfectly legible. So what are you doing?
I'm looking at it.
And that's to
all.
anyone, right? That's not just a...
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at Bones with my mage hand above the tiara or crown or whatever.
I vote we take
Got
him.
I mean,
This is kind of grave robbing, though.
Last time I took something, it was cursed. I did not like not being able to take it off.
That's why I'm using my
I guess that's just my way of saying not it.
well, I guess to be fair, this area is often swarmed with bad things and other adventurers. I suppose if we take it, could donate it to a museum or give it back
Or
to the dwarves if it is
sell
a
it to
priceless
Obaya.
artifact of their people.
we don't know what it is at this point, and I think that might be a good thing to bring it up topside and at least figure out what it is, and if it is something that should remain here, we know how to put it back.
Yeah, we take it. We take that shit.
Open up my bag of holding.
Like that, the rationality.
Ezra?
I will mage hand. I will take 20 feet step back.
Damn, I can always use 2 10-foot poles like big chopsticks if you want.
And I will mage hand pick that up.
I would like to
As
see Zach
soon
actually
as the mage
10-foot
hand
poles, see
touches
how
the
that works.
circlet,
Give me two
Right?
10-foot poles and I will.
that head, that runny, smooth, weird-eyed, weird-mouthed head sprouting out of the side of the king's neck, turns and looks at you, Ezra. And
I
you
am
all
30 feet away.
and you all hear this voice out about you that says, "Oh, well, dang there! I thought I searched that whole thing over, but apparently I missed something! Good find! Good find!"
How's it clapping? How is it
I
clapping? the head?
ripped my sword out of my sheath.
The voice sounds different, but is recognizable by those of you who have heard it so far
It's House? Gregory House?
as the voice of Gregory House,
It's
As-
Mandius.
as the voice
Lupus.
The man.
as,
Mandy
as
is.
the
myth.
voice of Halaster Blackcloak.
Damn, I
And
wish
then
it
you
had
see
been
the
this.
kind of like wet, grainy slickness of this little head reform into the same visage as is on the bronze mask, right? And it looks at you and it gives you all that grin from Jafar, who's dressed up as the prisoner in
Oh,
the
the
very
toothy
original.
grin.
Yeah, he gives you the like big grin, right? And then he says, "Good luck!" And it goes stone again. And that's where we'll end tonight.
So
I
go
don't
ahead
like-
and note the
Da,
good
da,
luck
da.
crown is in your bag of holding.
I don't like when the bad guy says good
It's-
luck.
It's a crown of good luck. I mean, what else could it be? You should probably put it on your head and get the benefits.
Guys, making some progress. Making your
Dude,
way downtown.
That combat was super cool. I liked it.
It was fun. That's kind of the climax-ish of level 1. We'll see. There's still some stuff level 1 might have in store for you guys. It depends on what you guys decide to do
we're
next. We'll
Clearly
see.
gonna like be back.
But yeah, I
So,
think
so I just want to be clear here. We are not going to the second level today, right?
Well, it's 10 p.m., Jacob.
Well, he doesn't mean today. He means in-game day.
We've only been down here like an hour. What else are we gonna do?
Go back topside and not get stuck in something that we can't get out of before you're training?
This revenant is going to turn and stab you in the back as soon as you try and leave.
No, he won't. He will go and kill himself or die trying.
That, I think, is a discussion to be had either next week or in this coming week, offline. We'll figure out what all is going to happen next time on Dungeons & Mad Mage. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.